late. I'm so sorry. In case you noticed, my whole fucking house is torn apart. I had to figure out how to do this room. Like, the other half of it's torn apart because my house is getting redone. So I couldn't get my Wi-Fi to work. But guys, I'm here now, and we're gonna do Miami. Sorry, I'm not like trying to rush, but I feel like you guys have been waiting for me for so long. How's everything looking? How's everything sound? I think we look great, right? Everybody watch the episode? Hi, Terry. Hi, Mamir. Hi, Candor. Let me drop the link. Let me do I'm going to drop the link, but we have to get through the recap. So, get through the recap. Or, the episode at least. Because remember, I am doing it on the podcast side too. But yeah, we're live on YouTube. Oh, God, let me go live on Instagram real quick. Connected. Should be there. Here it comes. Oh, I don't know. Should be live on Instagram. I don't know what's going on here. Did I add it here? Oh, I never added it. Okay. Anyway, we're doing Real Housewives of Miami, which is my favorite franchise right now. And I am doing Who Started You On. I'm like Alexia, Nicole. I want to say Marisol, but I don't think Marisol really Marisol didn't do anything wrong. In my eyes, guys, this whole entire thing, it's Adriana. Definitely Adriana. You can hear me good? See me good? Okay. I'll be playing with my hair because I'm a mess today. Yeah, so, oh, no caption. No, not caption. What is this? Hold on. What the hell's going on here? Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on here. Hey, Siri. Please shut off the closed captioning.
Sorry, I can't do that.
Oh, my God, guys. Sorry. I don't know what's happening. Let's get out of here, though. What is this? Guys, give me 1 second. I have my closed captioning stuff. It's getting my nerves. It's like in my face. What is this? Hey, Siri. Please, not you.
Okay.
Please turn off my closed captioning on laptop. It's like in my face.
To close an app, press Command Q on your keyboard.
Oh my God.
If that doesn't work, open the Apple menu and choose Force Quit.
Well, I don't know what's going on here. Sorry, guys. I am really sorry. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on. Why is this closed captioning here? Hey, Siri. Can you please turn off my closed captioning?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Oh, my God. All right, forget it. I don't know what's happening. Oh, well, I'm going to leave it on. I don't think you guys can see it. So, all right, I'm going to drop the link because I'm annoyed and I'm probably just going to keep forgetting. So I don't know why that's doing that. It's in my face and it's annoying. Copy. Oh my God. Paste. Hi, Sarah. I don't think that's the StreamYard link. It's not the StreamYard link. This is so annoying. Copy. All right. Paste. Ooh, all right. Let's get started. Now, okay, so I'm live on YouTube. I am live on Instagram. Hey, guys. I'm live on Twitter X. Instagram's new, so, guys, bear with me. I'm not talking to myself. So this is the Who's Starting On podcast, and I'm Reality with Krista Marie. So, yeah, I'm live on Instagram through StreamYard. So unless you come over to YouTube, I'm not going to be able to see your chats, but I appreciate it if you do. That'd be cool. Please hit all the buttons to subscribe and all that. Follow all the things for me, especially on the YouTube, and the podcast side is definitely important. There is a podcast tab in YouTube, but if you go over to the podcast platforms, please, and get all the episodes over there, download them. You don't have to listen to them again, but if you, give me a 5-star review. Oh, wait, I take that up here. Hold on, Candor. I'll bring up in a second. I can't see anything. Oh, my God. Hello. I
Hi.
can't see you. Hi. I can't see you because the closed captioning's in my way.
I was just saying, Krista, do your recap
Yeah.
and then bring people up when you want them to talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Get the information out first.
Yeah, I know. I'm having issues here though. I can't get this. I can't see anything. Okay. All right. Well, that's great. Wonderful. I don't know. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, but I can't figure out how to get this off.
Do you want some tea while you're sorting things out?
Yeah, please. Yeah, can you do that for me? This is Candor, everybody. Can you do that while I do this, please?
Hi,
what, what?
chat. One of my best housewives, who I love the most, she's in my default here, Mary Cosby. She blocked me.
She blocked you. Mary Cosby
Yeah,
just blocked you? Really?
she must have blocked me a week ago because I haven't seen any content. And I think the reason why is because she put up a post of her being in a hotel looking all fancy with all these foods. And I typed in the comment, but is there any more?
Oh my
Because like on the TV she was going crackers not having more. And I've been blocked.
wow.
I still love her
I mean,
though.
I do too. I like Mary. I think that I don't know why they didn't bring her back. Like, I do you understand? Like, do you know what happened? Why they stopped filming with her, or why they took her off the show?
It's because she wouldn't take part with bad weather.
But isn't that something you do like after like reunion? I don't know.
Yeah, like
Like we're missing,
I put it this way,
you
Krista.
know?
I see why she didn't want to take part because she knows the liar and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
but the thing is, she still is a friend of the show. She has to partake in stuff. That's what she's
yeah,
paid for. So it's kind of like swings and roundabouts. Basically, it's like you've got to do your
hmm
job as well, if even if you don't like them. You know what I mean? That's what you're
yeah.
paid for,
And that's what
and
I was
that's all I
saying.
can
Like,
say. And that comes from a diehard Mary fan since season one.
me too. Me too. Now, did you watch Miami?
I
Am I
did,
young? You did. Okay. Now,
did.
it's okay. I I'm going to go ahead and blame Adriana, but we're going to get there because so first of all, that was Mother's Day dinner brunch or whatever. I don't know if it was actually Mother's Day, but it was supposed to be for Lisa, and it was supposed to be for her because she had two horrible Mother's Day brunches or Mother's Day in period because of Lenny the last 2 years. So Nicole was supposed to set up this brunch, right? So before we even get to the brunch, Nicole says, or she has a place card for the Anna chick, right? And we've already noticed that, like, Adriana has told Julia that she's talking to this Anna chick. And we know Anna's only talking to Adriana because she's the only one that would talk to her. But she knows she's the weakest, right? So Nicole is sitting there. So they have the brunch, and Marisol and Alexia leave. Now, Alexia is at the point where she thinks she's sticking up for Marisol. She has no idea that Nicole, Adriana, in my opinion, Nicole, Adriana, and who am I missing? Nicole, Adriana, and Anna, and set this whole thing up, and had no regard for the fact that this is supposed to be for Lisa, right? So Lisa was going there pissed off anyway because she's still mad about them coming after her wherever they were, like somewhere in Miami, right? So I don't know what in the world she's still even having this brunch for. But anyway, so Nicole's acting like she's so they leave. Alexia and Marisol leave. So we have that, right? Now Nicole is there, and she's trying to act like she's a horrible actress. First of all, she's like, "What's happening? Somebody tell me what's happening." And she's like, I don't have time to listen to podcasts, so I haven't been in around the last 10 years." Now you're on a Real Housewives show, right? There's a chick that used to be on the cast with you. You know what's going on. I didn't know what was going on because I didn't even know who this chick was. But I don't think that she has her saying, "I don't have time." I wish I had time to listen to podcasts, and like the fact that she called Marisol like a rotting corpse. I mean, like I heard that before, and I didn't even know who this other chick was. So Adriana told Nicole what was going on,
Well, that was the daughter what said that, though, wasn't it?
huh?
The daughter called her a rotten corpse, not Anna.
Daughter, yeah, the daughter called her a rotting corpse. I mean, she's a thirsty girl, this Anna chick, right? But anyway, the fact that Adriana has to have some type of idea, because if her and Todd aren't talking to this Anna chick any longer, then we know that like she knows that there's some kind of like issue or problem. And the fact that Adriana is okay with talking about allegedly Todd and Alexia we think they have money problems. It's obvious, but that's for us Bravo people to call out, right? Not some chick that like you're supposed to be friends with the girl in the cast. Now, Adriana is always getting bullied by them anyway, but this year so far, it hasn't been that bad. But Adriana doesn't do herself any favors, and she makes absolutely everything about herself. Now, she actually believed that bringing Anna to this brunch was the same, and confronting Alexia and Todd about alleged money issues was the same thing as everybody going after Lisa as her friend, as Lisa's friend, to try to talk to her, to tell her to stop spending Lenny's money. That whole talk we had at the dinner table, that is not the same thing. It's not the same thing. And it doesn't make any sense for Adriana to think that that's like okay, right? Except for the fact that she just wants to like start trouble. And like I said, she makes everything about herself, just like she did with Julia, right? So it's ruined anyway. But Nicole's acting like she doesn't know what's going on. So then we have Lisa Hochstein. Oh, I forgot this part. Lisa and Larsa. So they're in, like I said last week, I thought this was awful. And she did car shame whoever's car that was, right? So when she pulls up and she's like, it's a Corolla, whatever she says, a Fit or something. When she's at the table, she starts to go in on Gertie about this, right? So everybody's sitting at the table. Somehow everybody gets back at the thing. Lisa gets up. She calls Marisol and Alexia, tells them they have to come back to her, and Larsa will have her back. Doesn't say anything about Anna. She doesn't even know Anna has a plan to go after Alexia, which she didn't yet anyway. But that was the whole plan. So they're all sitting around the table, right? And Lisa's like, you know what, Gertie? Now, Gertie, remind you, Gertie has a surgery tomorrow, the next day, which is like, I cried. I stopped the entire time watching that whole scene, the second half of the show with Gertie. But anyway, there's no way in hell I'd be sitting at that lunch and dealing with this shit. And Nicole should know better anyway. They all should have known better. If anything, if Lisa didn't want to have anything to do with, she wanted to fight with these ladies, they could have just made this brunch for Gertie. They could have just, because it wasn't really Mother's Day, right? So Lisa starts to say to Gertie, you know why I got that Corolla? Or do you know why I pulled up in that car? Something about like, you think I should be driving that, or, like trying to basically start with her and say, you were digging into my finances, and I don't go around asking everybody what their net worth is. Like, so Lisa has completely turned that whole thing around, where they were trying to talk to her as our friend, telling her like, the right things to do, or no, their opinions. And, I have a lot of opinions too about her kids and how her kids, she says to everybody, my son was out in the hallway, like, and they grabbed him and stuff. Like, you're telling everybody about the horrible domestic violence that's going on in your house. They're grabbing your kid and pulling it. Like, Lisa, I wouldn't have went to the thing either. But anyway, Julia, for some reason, now at the beginning, at that lunch, going back when Lisa's starting to yell at her or say something to Julia won't just apologize. And at that point, like, I wish Julia would have. And it's only because, like, hey, Lisa. Hey, guys. Hi, thank you guys for being here. It's okay. I'm having a rough morning anyway. I'm trying to get into my groove right now. It's not really working. But, so the whole thing with this whole thing, Lisa has been turned around. This whole thing has turned around into an attack on Lisa, trying to get her to talk about her finances. Yeah, they did it. They really kind of did a poor job of trying to talk to her, their friend, about her situation. And it wasn't really cool to do the way they did it. But it was nothing about car shaming anybody, or, it was about her being safe, not being in a vehicle that Lenny can say that has a device in it, a listening device, So all that right there, it's just like, nobody's understanding that this, like, all of your little games don't really make any sense. And they're kind of fucked up, because you're the ones all being messy. So we have Nicole, who's supposed to be friends with Alexia now, and Marisol. Now, if everybody's the New Horizons, remember 8 episodes, everybody's starting over. So far, Marisol hasn't really done much to Adriana. She really just makes every, like, she did the flatulence thing. That wasn't that bad. It's nothing compared to last year, when she, broke her ankle or sprained her ankle and then said something about, tried to compare it to something else. Again, we're trying to Yeah, but let's not. Oh, you guys can talk on there, but we can't talk about that right now. I spent 8 hours on that last week. Candor, you probably even more. But I know it's like so. I want to say something about Tarzan confessional. I believe that Lisa thinks that that is a cute outfit, and that's it. I'm sorry that I have issues with the confessionals. I know that I don't call people ugly. I'm not about that, but I am about calling out these confessional looks. And I can't remember what happened, but there's another worse one, and I don't understand. Lisa kind of thinks it's cute because at one point she goes, "FAFO, fuck her inside out," and it's like, oh my god. Okay. Maybe I'm just being a mean girl, but I was like, girl, you're not cool. You're not cool. Stop it. It just was weird when she did it. I was like, oh, God, you look like Tarzan woman or whatever. What's Tarzan's wife? Anyway, Tarzan has a wife or something, doesn't he? She looked like Tarzan girl. But anyway, she's beautiful. She's hot. But it's just, there's a lot of like, I don't know, switching, like they just kept getting everything wrong. Like this should have been if it was going to be something nice for Lisa, it wasn't. Jane, sorry, I'm so stupid. Jane, she looks like Jane. That's what she does look like, Jane. Oh my god. So anyway, everybody's sitting around the table. Anna's there. Anna's actually kind of nervous, which is weird. I mean, I guess not. If that kind of shows she's human and she's not really an asshole, if she's nervous, I don't really think she should be there. And Nicole sitting there. First of all, actually, Lisa, in the very beginning, when they asked Nicole about the place card, she did say, she's like, Anna, she's trying to act like she didn't know she had to pronounce her last name. Now she didn't say, oh, I invited her. She said she's Adriana's +1, right? But everybody knows that it's not hard. There's one. Oh, it was horrible. Yeah, it's for the Salt Lake. I can't right now. I just listened to a recap that I wish I didn't listen to before here. But anyway, let's get through Miami. But anyway, so me at the table, Gertie leaves, thank God, because she does not need this stuff. They're all screaming. I don't know how they ended up having a good time afterwards, but I'd be pissed. And I would want to know, Anna, you're try to infiltrate the group, right? You were let go for a reason, and you were going to come in there and you were going to try to call out Alexia and Todd. It wasn't going to work. I think it kind of got all screwed up, but I guess we're going to see what happens with that chick. I don't think she's going to come back though. But anyway, this is my favorite part. The next day, Gertie's surgery. Not that my favorite part is her surgery, but Candor. Are you there? I was like, don't. What do you think about the first part? What do you think about Nicole? Do you think that Nicole knows? Nicole knew?
Right. First of all, let us say this. For personal reasons, because it's hitting too close to home, I couldn't watch the first half of Miami. I watched the first episode, and then when Gertie admitted to Larsa that when Larsa was being a dick, basically, about Gertie's situation, and because the cancer thing, it gets me down because it hits too close to home with family members and stuff, so I couldn't watch that. But I watched the trailer for the second half of the season, and when I seen this dinner thing blow up, I've got to watch this. I had Manny telling us, God, you've got to watch this. You've got to watch this. You've got to watch this. Seriously, he ringing us on IG. You've got to watch this. So I switched on. I seen your live. You were going to do a live, so I switched on and watched it. And by God, they need 100 cameras in that room because these women were just popping off at the same time to get every camera angle and shot in. Crazy. What it is, Marisol has a vendetta with Adriana. They go both back and forth. They do it all the time. And Alexia is going to vouch for Marisol because she has a bit of taste in the mouth about Adriana as well. But the thing is, even though Adriana was wrong what she did, Krista, can't help it. I'm here for the fun. Like the shadiness of it all to hype it up that much, it's hilarious. It's like Marisol will call it something about her letting wind. So Adriana's going to come with something even harder, but it was supposed to be about finances as well. So it's like a cat and mouse game back and forth. What I see is Marisol, Alexia, and Adriana as three catty sisters, what just won't give up on each other. It's just
I
ridiculous.
know.
Like two friends of the show doing the
Yeah,
most. What the housewives are
I
doing.
know.
The
I mean,
I didn't care much for Kiki's outburst because I'm just like, Kiki, I'm sorry, like no one cares.
Kiki, yeah.
And
But she was right
Gertie was
too.
like,
Like,
fed up.
she was kind of right though too, though. Like she should have just Julia so we can move on, you know. Like,
Yeah.
but she was right
Um,
though. You should have known that there was going to be problems in the group with that girl. Kiki was right, you know.
but the way she got
But
up and stormed out and just like, that's just being extra, no one cares. But the thing is, I do get why Gertie got up and had enough. She's got surgery the
yeah,
next day. This is
yeah, I
serious.
know,
This
I
this
know,
could be life or death because they don't know if they're getting it out.
I
And
know.
obviously, they haven't because she's having a second surgery, and obviously she's went through
Oh,
radiation because she's bald now.
I didn't even
Um,
know all of it, like until
yeah,
I knew that she.
she's yeah, it's like serious. So when you've got that dynamic going on, and you've got these women arguing about money and things in the past,
And exactly
it's
holding
just
on to like
it's like sledgehammer to what's reality and what's not. You know what I mean?
it's like that's
But
what we made about Adriana.
like I say, with Julie is now in friends with Alexia. I don't know why she's doing it for. Adriana is just a friend of the show. Someone is wanting to keep their status as a housewife. Now, Julia is best pals with Adriana, but Adriana is just a friend of the show. She's not an
Adriana is
actual what?
Adriana,
I can't hear you, Krista.
is Adriana just a friend of the show?
I think so. She's not on the poster board when it
Huh,
shows all the housewives. Um,
really? Hmm.
yeah, I didn't see her on the
But
poster
I mean,
board.
like, but she's
But the
also
thing,
problems.
the thing is they need the friends in to create the drama. You can tell this bunch of women they do like each other. They
That's
do.
what I mean, and that's what makes me like this franchise the best right
Yes,
now. You know,
it is. But the best thing about this franchise is they can work it out and come back together, and that's what keeps them solid. I do personally, Krista. I do not believe Nicole knew about Anna because
you don't.
if you've not been on the show and you don't watch it, and her lifestyle is busy.
I
Larsa
know.
didn't even know. Gertie didn't even know. You know what I
Well,
mean?
Gertie,
And they had
Gertie,
all the chance to do the research. But the thing is, Nicole's just saying like she's like she put herself out there and she said, I really don't know. Nicole needs to talk to Marisol properly and Alexia and get this sorted because the person who did the dirty, they're not checking on. And that's
I know,
Adriana.
I
But the
know, and
thing is, Anna was there
they knew
when
that she drove with Adriana too. She drove there with Adriana, and they knew that.
but the thing is when
Like,
Anna was there, she wasn't saying anything bad. And it was
well,
just
not yet, not
Marisol.
yet.
It's Marisol and Alexia going over the top, going crazy. Now, I'm going to put this in. You can catch it or you can just leave it. You can agree to disagree. I don't think Alexia stuck up for Marisol because it's her friend. I think Alexia went on the deep end because she wanted to shut Anna up because Anna knew about her financial situation
To throw her
and
off.
moving to a small accommodation. You've got to read the room, Krista. And she's used Marisol as an excuse, part way, to say that's the reason why. The real reason is because she doesn't want to look like she's
Right.
poor. And that's the problem with Alexia. She likes to have this kind of, as though she has this lifestyle, blah, de blah, and the
I
perfect family and everything. And it's not, life never works that way. And it
I
doesn't.
know.
And
I also think
that's why I'm
God
just saying, Alexia, you're being shady. You're not being your honest self truth. And you can
maybe
tell.
she doesn't know. Maybe
But
God's not telling her.
yeah, but I
You know,
will say this: I do not blame Gertie getting up and walking out. That was
me neither.
serious, and it was
Nope.
pulling on me watching that. And I'm just like, I can't watch this. Not when Gertie's like this. And
I know.
I really felt sorry for Nicole. I really did
You
because at the end
did?
of the
I
day,
get it. I was mad at
she
Nicole.
was
I'm
at a
mad at
party.
Nicole.
And Yeah, guess what, Krista?
I'm mad at her.
Lisa's got a third bad Mother's Day
Well,
party.
that's the thing. But like Nicole's a bad actress. That's my whole thing. I thought she was acting, and I was like, you're a bad actress. I was mad at Nicole because I'm like, Gertie should have been. This should have been Gertie's party. It should have had not. She should have not had Anna there because Anna is not a friend of the show. She's a friend of Adriana right now. So like you should have just said, nah, that's not a good idea. Like, but I think Nicole, I believe that Nicole knew. But again, when Gertie walked out, I was like, I wouldn't even have waited that long. I would have been out of there when friggin' Adriana or when Lisa came for me, when she came for Gertie a little bit.
Right, a sensible housewife would do the research.
You want
A
to see me
sensible
in a
house.
Huh?
A sensible housewife would do the research on all the people who's coming into the show. You know what I mean? They would do the research normally.
Yeah.
But like even Lassa turned around and says, I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And it didn't sit right with me when Katie stormed off because I thought, Katie, you're doing too much. There's no need to storm off. It's not even your argument. You've got nothing serious going on in your life to be storming off like that. If anyone, you know what I mean? And then Anna, like, she's just like, I haven't even said anything yet. Like a pylon. But I will say this. Adriana needs to really. I do like it because she brings stuff to the show, even if it is the platform, she brings the drama. But I will say this: she doesn't want to be falling out with Julie because if she segregates herself from every housewife like that, she won't be staying.
I know.
And it's
she
simple
always
as
wants
that.
to be a part of everything.
And I know why Julie is heading towards Alexia because she wants to stay on the show.
I know. Well, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that Adriana or Alexia knows that they have financial problems. I mean, I think she suspects it, but the fact that she can't even talk to Todd about it, he gives me Louis vibes. He really does. He gives me Louis vibes. And like you said, finally when Gertie got to actually say something, she introduced Russell's sister, which was great. I'm glad that Russell's sister was there too, because at least she had somebody there with her. You know what I mean? But when we got to, oh my God, when the next day with Gertie, okay, so I was, first of all, I was so mad about the brunch, but then that part, because just like right now, like my mom, she's going through like her fourth time at this point. Actually, she just beat it again for like the fourth time. It's just crazy. But like everything that when I was watching Gertie lay there, I remember the one scene with her and she said, "Is it real?" Like when she said that to Russell, I would remember so many times like saying that to myself about my mom. But anyway, so the next morning with her surgery, it's early in the morning, and her and Russell, which their whole family is so beautiful, and he is such a great husband. And going to that surgery, she's going, to have the lumpectomy. She said mastectomy, lumpectomy, but like I don't really know what the second surgery is. But when she was going in there, and she was, calling her mom, that's when I started crying. And I was like trying to do my makeup and I'm crying. I'm like, oh my God. So the doctor actually comes in and we find out the doctor also had stage 1, but she's in 8 years remission. They call her parents. Gertie calls her parents, and that was beautiful and like sad and beautiful. And like her mom must have been crying, and that just made her go, whatever. She was holding on to Russell, and I was just bawling my eyes out. She didn't want to let him go, and I was like, "Can he just go with her? Can he just go in there with her?" But when she gets out of surgery, she seems okay. But when she gets out, well, Nicole calls in the meantime. And talks to Russell. I wanted him to at least have a moment, but to himself, so he could cry because he looked like he needed to, and he's probably so strong. I hope that he went in the room and had a good cry because I was crying, and he just is so strong, and to watch her have to go through it, just how upset she, scared that she is. But he's such a great husband, and so she gets out, and they're coming home, and the kids, her 2 sons that are just so Miles and forget the other one's name, Liam. They set up her room for her, and they have like all this Gatorade and her medicine and her pillow, and like I think they had flowers and cards, and she was just hugging them, and she's just like, that is everything. Like watching that scene for her just makes me so happy because her husband's normal, for what we can see. She's just such a great mom, and I just love their relationship. And she's in remission now, but she went through a long fight, it seems like, because when they say next episode or whatever, they say she's got to have a second surgery. Now, I don't, if you guys understand what that is, I don't know. I didn't read about anything about what happened.
It could be the next stage, but they didn't get it all out what they needed, and that's why I think it might have gone to like having to get chemo because the hair's gone now. So it's advanced basically to try and kill it off, if you know what I mean, because there's different stages.
Yeah.
So when it gets to the fact of getting chemo, that's like a higher stage, and to try and kill it off altogether, because they still 1, 2, 3, 4 is more or less like Shannon Doherty, basically on your way out, because they don't say stage 5, even though that's stage 5, they leave it as just stage 4, and it could be it could be months, it could be, you know what I mean? That's why Sharon Doherty's doing that live thing, like letting it all out. Like,
I didn't know what she was. I wasn't sure what I saw. Something about her podcast. I'm gonna go check it out though. But now there was one part that really bothered me with Julia though. She talked about how she kissed Alexia or Lisa the night before. Is that, to me, that's weird? I don't know. Like, for kissing on the lips. It just seems weird to me. I don't know. With Julia surprises me sometimes. Like, she really surprised me that this episode when she wouldn't let the thing go about, the kids. You're not being a good mom. I'm not trying to talk to Lisa about the mom stuff. I didn't. She kind of,
The thing is with Julia, you're married to a woman, Martina. Would Martina really appreciate you smacking the lips on these pretty women? No, she'd be like, "What you doing?" You know what I mean?
I mean, it's weird. It's like me kissing the guy. You know what I mean? Like, what if I was kissing Adam, or like we're at like an event and I kiss one of them on the lips? It's weird.
Like I said, it'd be like me married kissing other men on the lips, and you just wouldn't do it.
I just wouldn't do it, right? So to me, that's almost the same thing. And I mean, maybe Martina's okay with it, but I don't like it, and I don't like her bragging about it. But that's my opinion, and that's all. My opinion doesn't really matter. But as far as like, if we're gonna say whoever side I'm on, I know you're not on Nicole's side, but I mean, I'm on Nicole's side. No, you're on Nicole's side.
I'm not doing sides in this. I'm just trying to picture all. I'm just trying to picture all the way around because I like all of them, but I know what they're all doing.
I'm upset with Nicole. I feel like she get toxic.
I just I like Nicole. I think she's one of the best ones on it. They've got the money, they've got the status, and she has got a personality, and she's good friends with Gertie, and I like Gertie as well. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that duo of people. I also like it when Alexia's with Marisol. It's got that duo, and then you've got Lisa in between everyone going. Larsa's just Larsa, and then you have Adriana with Julia. So you see all the dynamics set up. But when it comes to serious stuff, they all come together. You know what I mean?
They do. They rally around each other. And think about it now. If you think about the relationships, Russell and Gertie are amazing, right? Marisol and Steve are good, or I think his name's Steve. Anthony and Nicole, they're amazing. They're solid. Martina and Julia are solid. So all those, maybe Todd and Alexia, I don't know. They're a little Jersey-ish for me. They seem a little shady. He seems a little Louis to me. But listen, the economy does fuck up. Like, the economy does go up and down. So it is possible that he just has to lower, they just have to not spend $40,000 a month on an apartment. I am blown out of the water. That blew my effing mind. I couldn't.
Can I be totally honest with you? I think Alexia's husband, I think there's something strange about him.
Really?
It gives me shady vibes, yeah. I don't know why. I get that sense from him.
Grifter vibe.
I get that. I just get shady vibes from it. It gives me that kind of sense of vibes. And Alexia isn't the best one on choosing the right guy. She's like a bimbo to the guys. She doesn't have a clue. I mean, she married a kid.
Oh my God, I know. But listen, she has enough money. This is the thing. I know he's got the money, right? But she also makes a lot of money on the show. I don't know what she does with her money. So I mean, she does have a right to know what is going on with their finances. Like I don't understand why she doesn't even know what they're supposed to spend. Did you see the scene next? They're coming up that they literally get kicked out of that apartment or wherever they're at, like sooner
The son
than
is not happy
later.
because the son is not
Huh?
happy because the son isn't
Well,
happy because the room's too
yeah.
small
Watched. I
for.
know. I don't think. I hope he gets over that quickly.
I know. It's just like talk about privilege.
He's probably just like making. He might not be, but see, I like the scene. I love when he sees Marisol. He lights up when he sees Marisol. So at the one point, Marisol goes over to Alexia's, and Frankie greets her, and they're like hand in arm, and she gives him a big hug and kiss, and he lights up with Marisol, and yeah, so they're talking about the whole situation, and they're like, "Yeah, I get it. They're gonna have to dig and figure out. They don't have to dig too far to figure out how the lunch brunch came about and how Anna came apart." But I really
Mm.
don't understand why they're saying, "Oh, Nicole's getting blamed for it," but they do know that Adriana brought Anna. It's not a secret, but it really is kind of Adriana's thing to bring Anna. So say Nicole, just because we don't know if Nicole really knew, we just know that Adriana knew. I suspect that
Yeah,
Nicole knew. I think Nicole
that's
knew.
what and that put Julia in the most awkward position because she knew 2 days that Adriana was talking about Anna and stuff,
Yes,
getting the
that makes me
information.
uncomfortable.
And it makes Julia look like she's shady because when they play this back before the reunion, they're watching the shows, so you know what's going to happen when it comes to the reunion. It's going to be Julia's head on the chopping block. You know what I
Well,
mean? No,
yeah.
and
At the same time, we have Julia or Adriana is going over to Julia's to talk about the night before, right? Now,
yeah,
they're Julia is like, I'm so glad it didn't. I'm glad Anna didn't bring all that stuff up, but she knows that Anna has this like secret plan, and as her best friend, she should be able to tell Adriana, "Look, you got to get the heat off of Nicole. You're the one that was doing like I don't. To me, it seems a little staged. Like it seems a little staged because you would think that the first people they would go after would be Adriana. They're
what
focusing
do
on
you think?
Nicole.
This
Like
is
I
what I
think that
couldn't figure out because they always go after her, don't they? It doesn't matter what, even if she didn't do anything, they'll still go after her.
every
Then
time
this
every time
occasion,
they
it's
didn't. It's
Nicole.
weird. All of a sudden now they're gonna make it like, oh, Nicole did this. She might have. I believe that she had a lot to do with it, but everybody agrees with you about that. Um, but Alexia, listen, he doesn't have to keep Alexia's lifestyle that way. He chooses that. I'm pretty sure Alexia is more focused on a place that's going to make Frankie happy. I understand what she means about having a place where there's like a front desk and a doorman somewhere, so he's not by himself completely. Like she said, at
Mhm.
least he's comfortable enough. He can be by himself. He can go to the doorman. They all know him. I would rather, if that's what makes her comfortable, I'm pretty,
Yeah,
I would hope that they find that. But the fact that she won't question him, knowing that her son's mental well being is a part of moving, is it will be affected. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know if she's playing us or what, because please tell me, Alexia, that you have any clue what's in your bank account, what he's doing with his life. What is he doing with his? Is that a real place that you went to visit him at work? Is it even working? Because that place looked pretty goddamn empty when those guys walked out. If you look behind them to Todd and Alexia, I didn't see people working there. I saw the
you
guys in the
see,
office having a conversation.
you see why I'm
But,
saying Alexi was making the most because she was trying to shut Anna up because Anna knew about her finances.
but does Alexia even know about her finances? You know what I mean?
See
She's acting pretty,
that says it all. Anna knows more than what Alexia does. Now that
but does
says it
Anna really
all.
know them? I mean, does she really know, or is she just making it up? You know what I
Right?
mean?
It
How do
clearly,
you
clearly
really?
she did because in the next scene you see Alexia going crazy more than Marisol, and then in the actual room itself, and then you
Are they
get a
going
scene
crazy
after 30
about
that
money
they
or?
downsizing.
Huh. I mean, I would be listen. If you were going to bring somebody to expose me, I mean, listen. Shit happens with your finance. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want him to hide
Yeah.
it from her, and I don't want her to be the last to know.
I
Yeah,
think deep down, I think Alexia does know, but she doesn't
definitely.
know what extent. It is
Right.
basically.
Do we even know
She'll be
yet?
taught. She'll be taught like a kind of like. It's like a kind of like let's say like a plaster put over it, like a band-aid put over it, but he won't go
Yeah.
into the main details. So she knows she has to downsize without a choice. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
you gotta find some. I'm shocked at the prices. I just feel like that is a waste of your money. Did you hear how much they spend a month?
No,
I
no.
mean, $40,000 on rent a month.
Why rent?
I don't know. He says the economy was bad. And it was since 2008. It's been really bad. But I mean, holy shit. Like, I don't even know if everybody said that's a normal, like Miami place, but I feel like that's just excessive. And I feel like you could do a lot more with
Yeah.
your 40,000, especially when you're running out of money, sir.
If
Allegedly.
I was paying 40 grand a month, I'd be wanting to
40,
buy a place. I'd be wanting to
you
buy a
need
place
to buy-
instead of wasting the money. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because you're gonna
absolutely.
get
So
no investment. You get no
you're
investment at all if you're renting, especially that price.
You're not going to catch me spending $40,000 a month on fucking nothing, except for like homeless, feeding the poor. I don't know. Listen, you could help a lot of people with that money. That say, listen, find some place for 10,000 a month. I would take 30. Anyway, that's just us because we have hearts and we're not
I would move
greedy.
further out where it's cheap.
If
Me
you could
personally,
like, even if you could afford that, would you pay that much? That's ridiculous. Would you do that?
no. Like I'm saying, me personally, I'd move further out where it's cheaper. And if I need to go to Miami, you get in a car and you go to Miami. You know?
If you spend that much, Lexi, you need to know. If you got that kind of money, you best know what's going on with your finances. I mean, because that's a lot of money to lose if you got that kind of money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're really gonna. All right, so since we're Bravo, did you say Salt Lake?
Sounds like something's going on with him, and it's not looking good.
No, it's not. But so since we're Bravo future tellers, guys, if you guys are in the thing, can you guys figure out if you can Google or see what happened and see if you can find anything on what happened after filming with them? Because I'm kind of curious because we're Bravo future tellers, we can see the future if we're watching the show. But now the thing with the trust fund, now since the accident, wasn't it a no fault though? It was. I hate saying that, but there's both of them were in there in the accident, Peter and Frankie. So wasn't it one person? Like, wasn't it just no fault or something? Like, who it's Social Security disability? He probably gets that, yeah. But I don't know if he got any kind of trust or anything. Do you get? I don't know, because it was Peter driving, wasn't it, or something? Yeah. So yeah, I don't think you can't steer. You know what I mean? You can get Social Security, but he's still here, so he definitely probably gets that. But I mean, I just feel like with his the way he is, you cannot just like not know where you're moving. It gives me anxiety for her, but I just hope that maybe she does know what's in the bank. You know what I mean? She might know what they have in the bank, but so I think so. We find Nicole was pregnant. Go ahead. Sorry, what?
I tell you what I like about Adria, about Alexia. She is a good mother. That's what I like about her. She is.
Absolutely.
That's where she shines. And even the older one, what's not even her kid, she still sees him as her son and looks after him. And she doesn't have to. You know what I mean? And like the oldest.
So
the oldest son was married.
Oh, I didn't even know there was another one.
Like the one who was in the car accident with
Peter?
The youngest son.
That's not Alexia's son. Peter's not Alexia's son.
The oldest son is not Alexia's. It's
I didn't know
of marriage.
Peter is not Alexia's real son.
The blonde-haired one is a son. The one with the brown hair is not.
I didn't know that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. She's took him on as her own, and that's what makes her a good woman, because she doesn't have to. Do you see what I mean?
That was Herman's son, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I say that's why I'll always like Alexia for, because when it comes down to it, she will be a good mother regardless whether it's blood or not. You know what I mean?
I'm shocked right now. I did not know that. She really does treat She's like me. She still buys him groceries. Like I do that shit. Like, he's 20.
Yes.
He's 20 some years old and he has his own place. And he's got a kid and all. And I would still buy groceries and shit. I literally go there and like clean. You know what I mean? Like I know. So when I'm watching her do that, but and then it's not even wow. I guess she raised him with Herman. I guess I gotta go back and watch that season.
Like he was a certain age anyway, wasn't he? He was a certain age anyway, and then she had her kid. But like I say, she treats him like her own, and that's what you call a good parent.
Really does.
Even if it's not blood related, and that's why I take my hat off to her for. But Alexia, the thing is, she's not perfect. She gets in the mess, and she's quite stubborn with the women, and won't back down even when she's in the wrong. That's a fault. That is the biggest fault.
She really does love Pete. She really does love her kids, man. She really did take him. I mean, she really treats him like her son. Like you see everything, see the emotions in her face.
She said, "That's my son. I married that man. That is my son now. I am his mother."
His mom? Now, where's his mom? Is his mom around her? Is it his
biological mom? I have no idea. But like she said, as soon as the ring was on her finger, he was my son, and he will always be my son. That's why she was kicking off at Tom, was saying he will always be my son when they came back, and that Tom was being a bit narky about him. And she says, "Don't make me choose."
Yeah, Cocaine Cowboy was Herman, wasn't it? I don't know. I got to watch the season back. What do I miss? I must have missed the first. I don't remember Alexia. And see, I remember when it was the girl, the model chick. I watched them seasons, but I don't really remember a lot of like all that. I'm gonna have to watch out. Cocaine Highway. Yeah, Cocaine Cowboy. I believe that was Herman, wasn't it? Or no? Holy shit! I'm so confused.
I said this. Alexia is the Teresa of Miami. That's what
she must be she's got to be the force multiplier with Miami now. Let me think. She's like everyone.
To be quite honest, I wouldn't mind Anna actually coming back into the fray to spice things up. That's what I wouldn't mind.
I didn't know she was married. I'm sorry. I'm listening to you. I'm in all right now. Only because I've seen her treat him so well. Like, wow, okay, that's amazing. So, I mean, actually, the same thing.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? That's why I don't like going against
it. Like, Zach is actually George's nephew. But like,
I think the best thing you can ever be is a good parent, regardless whether it's blood related or not. You still care for that person, and
I am.
You know what I mean?
And you know what? I hope to God that Todd is not a piece of. I hope that he's not a grifter, or just like something. Because if that goes wrong for her, I don't. That's a shame, Yeah. But. So I'm really glad though that Julia. So of course Adriana. Adriana goes up to Julia's, and they're going to talk about what happened. So Julia tries to tell her, "Look, you're messy. You know what you were doing," and she's like, "I'm trying to play devil's advocate. You wouldn't want, our information or something. Basically, put yourself in our shoes, Adriana." Julia says to her, and Adriana makes this scene about her goddamn self. All of a sudden, she's the victim of Julia now. How dare you're my best friend. Why are you playing devil's advocate? Like Adriana is like shocked that Julia's trying to tell her like yesterday was not cool. And you're a whole human. You're a whole adult, Adriana. You should know that was not cool what you were doing. And your friend's trying to tell you behind the scenes instead of in front of your face. She has your back in front of everybody else, but she's trying to be a real friend and tell you, look, Adriana, you don't want these women to hate you again, right? So, no, he's not. That's why I was so shocked. So Julia was like, Adriana, I'm trying to, I like Alexia, but still, like, Anna doesn't know really what's going on with their finances. Like, is she in their bag? She's just trying to say to Adriana. And Adriana has a fit. She's mad at Julia now. You're sticking up for them and not me. And it's all me. You're poking at me now. And she's like, you completely misses the entire tough love talk from Julia. And Julia's like, look, I don't know what to tell you. She smirks up and leaves. And I'm like, thank God Julia. I want to live at Julia's farm. I wish that her and Martina would adopt me. I would work on that farm. I would get up every single day because that's what I want to do. I do basically when I'm not doing this, as I'm outside. I would love to get up and do that every single day. I would take care of all the animals. That would be my day, taking care of the farm, the garden. So Adriana leaves. If I were Julie, I would just go out there and meditate in my garden with my goats, because Julie is right, and she doesn't need this toxic stuff coming into that friend group. That friend group is trying to, like you said, they're real friends. They actually rally around each other. They're actually hurt for one another. Other franchises, they're happy when somebody gets effed up. They're like actually secretly happy for them. I'm secretly like happy that their life's turned to shit. Like Adriana's being secretly happy that Alexia's and Todd's thing, and I'm thinking to myself, stop introducing the toxic bullshit. You can fight with these ladies. We can have cotton candy drama, but when you're bringing somebody like Anna Kodakova in, who we obviously is all over the blogs talking lots of shit on them, as of not that long ago, like what we saw, she's thirsty, and she's only friends with Adriana to get back in the group. I don't know why Bravo's even entertaining it. So that production and Bravo's actually entertaining Anna, or they wouldn't allow her on the show because she's an ex-employee. So Bravo had to try to bring her on, and it's like she's getting toxic. She seems very messy, and then it's all about her. Like, God forbid you call her out, and if you literally fight back or
it's basically she's got a boat to pick with Marisol and Alexia for always ganging up on her.
She needs to stop crying to them, and then why was she crying and apologizing that she needs it? Remember how she was when she said something about the accident? She was crying, apologizing. She said something about hookers and stuff. She was crying to have their friendship back at the end of last season, right? So so you're trying to have their friendship back, and you're so sorry, her ankle and all that, but now all of a sudden she wants to come out with like this kind of crap. And I'm like, I'm trying to understand her. Huh?
The thing is, with this is the situation altogether. Adriana did put Julia in the most dangerous place, and I know why she did it for. She's testing the waters to see who she's friends with more, her or Alexia. She's making Julia decide.
You're an adult. Grow up.
This is the part. Julia's an adult. Yeah, but this is the game what we played.
Or talk about somebody's finances.
She's testing the waters, Krista. But Julia is saying she is a grown-up woman. She can be friends with who she wants and still be friends with the other person. So, wouldn't you think a friend would not put a friend in that position?
I know. In the car, I know. And
you know what I mean?
Julia didn't even say anything to her, she didn't say anything to her about how uncomfortable she was until after the lunch. Julia's like, look, I was so uncomfortable when you're talking about her finances. Like, on camera, They know.
It's a game of chess, basically.
Yes, the fourth wall knows that you don't talk. If you want to brought up on camera, you don't say it on camera, and then because if it's said on camera, it's going to have to be talked about. So they probably have, an unwritten rule that they don't do that to each other. But Julia made sure she said a couple times that they're having problems. She did. Adriana said in the very beginning when she said her and Todd had to work on their marriage. When he didn't show up for that thing, she's got this whole thing. I know it's obvious she hates Alexia, and she doesn't want, she's trying to cause problems. But this is not going to make her have a good spot with the ladies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, she did put Julia in a very dangerous position because Julia is trying to be friends with Alexia. It's like, you don't want to tell Alexia, but it's like, I feel it kind of like Alexia and Todd should know now that Anna's out there running her mouth.
The thing is, Adriana's going to lose if she pushes that, because Julia will just look at it and think, you're not actually my friend. You're doing this on purpose to cause trouble. Where am I more safer, with another housewife or with a friend of the show who isolates herself? Now, you have to think business-wise. Do I want to be on this show to make money, or am I just here to be friends with Adriana, even though she's thrown us under the bus?
Do you think they're friends on real life too, or no?
I think they probably will be. I think they will be. But like I say, she did do the dirty on Julia and put Julia in a shit position. A good friend doesn't do that.
No, she really did. And I mean, and like, I could imagine she does. I know she's getting her, she's getting the treatment and she's trying to get rid of her depression and all that, but she's not making life any easier by doing stuff like this. You don't
harm others when you're depressed. You sort yourself out. You don't take it out on others. Put it that
Right.
way.
And I did not, I'm going to say this again. I wasn't comfortable with the ketamine scene with her going into her K-hole on TV. Listen, I'm not, it doesn't, I'm an addict and I used to take, it took me 7 years to be able to watch anything about drugs without getting triggered and want to go relapse. So the fact that ketamine is so easy to get, people, it's a drug. I didn't like the fact that they did that on camera. Julia went into a whole K-hole. She was out of her body, talking to people in front of Julia. I feel like that scene is uncalled for, and I don't know why Bravo even allowed it. But we haven't seen anything after that. So they put that scene in there of Adriana getting her ketamine treatment, and then that was it. Is she cured? Like, no, nothing about it. But it's triggering for addicts. They should have had a trigger warning. Because if you're an addict and you have addiction transfer, it doesn't matter what drug you used to do. Like, I mean, just people like me, I did every drug. So any drug I see with somebody getting high, it was hard, you know? So, I mean, I'm not in that place now, but I wonder how many people are.
The thing is, with Adriana, if Adriana wasn't there doing what she was doing and Marisol and Alexia weren't picking fights with her, there wouldn't be as much drama and tension going on. It would be more just focused on Gertie's situation, which is bad enough, like, to take in enough. It's like really bad, and it gets to me and it makes me depressed. So that's why I didn't watch the first half as much, because I just can't deal with the cancer thing, and it's too close to home. And then you need a bit, not saying it has to be toxicity, but you need a bit drama. And that's why I sat up and started watching it. And it's all going to be doing this in the second half of the show. So I'll be tuning in, watching it, because it's going to kick off bit by bit. But I loved Adriana when she turned around and said to Larsa about kissing Kim Kardashian's ass.
I know. That was funny. She said, how do you know? You were in there in LA for the last 10 years kissing the Kardashians' ass. And Larsa's like, Jesus. Larsa didn't fight back. She's like, I don't even know.
There was no lie in it.
It's the truth. She came back looking like Kim Kardashian. But the thing is, I am not with, all right, I get my lips done. I get a lot of fillers. I spend a lot of money on Botox and fillers. But my lips too. But do you see my lips? I am not making my lips look like, now this look with it looks like fish lips. She had, look at your thing. Look at your thing. Larsa's bottom lip is so big. It's like they're injecting it and making it look round. And I don't like that look. And I don't think it's cool. I don't know. Somebody tell me if that's an actual thing now, because I asked my doctor, what's the thing? I don't want to look like a Muppet Barbie, but give me some lips, But thank God he didn't do that. He made me have like a pout. It looks like fish lips. I'm going to pull your thing up again. I'm pulling your thing up again. Okay. And I'm going to pull it really big, because look at the lips. Okay. This is what I mean. Larsa has it. Beverly Hills has it. All of the franchises, all the ladies, their lips are round, like, not, like, you see mine are.
They look like ducks. They look like ducks on their pond.
Round. And it's way too much on the bottom lip. It's horrible. You're right. Even Kyle looks so beautiful.
See,
Kyle,
they try to fill the top up to make the top, and then it's bigger than the bottom, so they try and make the bottom bigger. Then they try and make the top, and then it just looks like a whole mess.
Yeah, Eric is too. I don't think it looks good. I'm not going to do that to my lips. I'm going to keep mine with pouty look for it. I don't know. Maybe I'm outdated, but the thing
I'm not a fan of getting injections in your face and stuff, because have you seen? I'll give you the good example. Heather Gay.
Yeah, I know.
She has way too many fillers in her face. Just looks plastic.
All right,
and it doesn't even look like it from a Costco card, if you know what I mean.
No, she also lost a lot of weight.
She looked better on the Costco card with the sellotape lifting her eye up than what she does now, I think. I do not like it. She's looking like, it's like She-Hulk.
Even
it's
Heather's
hold all her face. It's made her face look all strange, and I don't like it. It's like it's straight.
When we're done talking about this, I'm gonna pull up. I want to show you some pictures. So I was watching old Watch What Happens Live before Jen Shaw went away to see what Heather was saying and shit. She looks completely different, even from that season. She looks like, I see exactly what you mean. Heather's face. Now, let me ask you a question. When you look at my face, do you think, can you tell I have anything done to my face this year? Like, do you look at me and go, her face looks too fake? Like,
Well, I don't see any wrinkles.
I mean, yeah, I got rid of them, but I just got
Yeah, got rid of
yeah,
them.
it's kind of frozen. I got this all lifted, and I got lips. I got the works this year, but I needed it. I needed it bad. But I hope I don't look fake. I don't want to look fake, but
Is that
I
what
didn't
that
have
idiot was taking pot shots at you for?
huh?
Is that what that idiot was taking little remarks, like nasty remarks at you for?
I don't hear what you
Off
say.
two lives ago, you know the troll? When he was on
Who's
about your face and stuff like that. Is that what that he was trying to insinuate? At the end of the day, Krista, do what makes you
yeah,
feel. Do
yeah.
what
Like
makes you feel as happy,
I'm
just
the
as
most
long as you're
pretty.
not hurting anyone else. That's all what matters. It's like it's your life. If you want to look
Yeah,
that way, you can look that way. But I will say for the people where it goes too much, and then they
you're like
start looking plastic.
yeah. Like
It's
I
got
feel like
you
bucket
know what I
Barbie.
mean.
Yeah, I need
No
it. Like
one
I
wants
feel like
to
when
look
I
like
was
that.
done, I needed it. Yeah, like
To me.
I
To me,
know, I know.
normal. You know what I mean? You look
I
normal to
can't hear
me.
you.
You don't look like a plastic Barbie doll. Put it that way.
Good. Okay, good.
Yeah, because
But
that's
see,
the wrong type of surgery you want. Is when you
definitely
look at
needed.
plastic.
I think I definitely
Surgery's
needed what.
surgery's there just to enhance features, not to make you look like a plastic alien. Basically, you know what I
Thank you.
mean?
Yeah. I mean, look, like I was never insecure about my looks until I started doing this. It's kind of fucked up. But also
Yeah.
I blame like, the what's it called? Face app, the filter thing. I
Yeah.
literally got so fucked up in the head about it. I took it to the doctor that does my face. I said, make me look like the filter. That's what I said. That's how sick my head was. I said, make me look like that. And Maureen's like, Krista. I said, I'm serious. I said, I am so traumatized by, I can't even talk about it. I want to talk about it, but oh my God. Before I forget, Nicole, the reverse cowboy thing. I was like,
Yes.
first of all, I just got done watching Sonya be naked everywhere. And I'm so disturbed by it. And then you have Nicole talk about reverse cowboy and production going, is that your favorite? I'm like, what are you fucking? Are you porn? Are you like literally? It looks like she's the. He looks like they're like videoing porn. The production's like, is that your favorite part?
It's getting spicy in Miami.
I know, but I
you know
know
what I
that's
liked
what
as
person.
well?
But I don't think he should have interacted with it. I would have been like, oh, okay. Like, why
Do
did
you know
you
what I
say
like
that?
as well? Do you know what I like as
Hmm.
well? I like the fact that they were showing renovating the house. I know that's not
Yeah,
everyone's ideal thing, but I'm liking the
it's
process and
not.
how they're going through it. And
I
the
love.
husband's there listening to Nicole. Now, I think Nicole is telling the truth. She didn't know because the
I don't.
husband's looking directly at her. And normally you can see from the husband's point of view if it's like made up or scripted. And he seemed like serious looking at her. So I think she was telling the truth.
I
And it is
don't.
his friend and hers. Um, but yeah, the thing is with the situation, it's all going to unravel. You know fine well Adriana's going to be on hot coals when it all comes out, and they'll be apologising to Nicole, saying they've gotten it wrong.
I no,
Um,
actually, Adriana. Actually, I just remembered something. They showed a scene where Adriana looked at Nicole and said, you knew too." Actually, she blames Nicole too. I think Nicole. I think she does. I think Nicole. I think I remember her saying that, guys. I remember her saying a future scene, and she said, "Don't. You're not so innocent. You knew too, or something." I don't know. Maybe
we'll
I know.
just
I
have
think
to
I said,
see when it comes out. We'll just have to wait and
yeah,
see until it comes out. Regarding, I thought that going back to Alexa, because people in the chat are
yeah,
saying
yeah.
Peter is her son, I thought it was she only had the one actual blood related son, and she brought up the first marriage's child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she kept him on from another, and that was her like obviously adopted son, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
and because I definitely know the blonde one's her son, but I could be totally wrong. That's what I assumed because the way that Tom was talking to her on the season
Yeah,
before, and she says he is my son as well, like, and like
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
and he wasn't, and she goes, he
I
is.
love
I married that man. That is my son. You know what
and
I
he
mean?
really, yeah, and he really loves his brother. Like he really, you can tell that he is a really good. Like Peter takes care of Frankie in a way
Yeah.
like that he wouldn't, in a way that he needs to be taken. You know what I mean? As his big brother, I'm sure he still feels like that guilt and stuff. But I love the three, their relationship. I love that so much for them. Like I love seeing the three of them together: Alexia, Frankie, and Peter. You
I
know,
was so wanting to see what Anna was going to say on that table, but she got shut up, and then she.
I didn't honestly, I didn't want her to because I'm like, I don't want this messy bitch here. I don't want her to
I,
have a scene.
I wanted a proper dinner scene with the Miami women and this exploding. You know how you always do it in Beverly Hills and stuff like this. I wanted to
Yeah,
see something because that would have just pushed it way over the top and opened up another can of worms, and people would be
yeah,
glued to the set. If I
yeah,
know exactly why Alexia did fuck, because she didn't want her business put out. I think she had the heads up. She knew what was going to
absolutely.
be said.
Well, yeah,
But it is what it is.
yeah.
These moments are just these moments are just diamond worthy, and they keep on dropping the
Yeah.
ball.
Well, the
This
thing
is
is,
what I.
first they want to blame Trump, now they want to blame Monica. It's like now Monica gets blamed for everything. First it's all Trump's fault. Now in the whole world, now it's all Monica's fault. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like.
Monica was used as bait, basically, from
But she screwed
Heather
me.
Bravo and the hairdresser.
All
She was
right.
used as
Now let's
bait.
okay. So guys, I'm gonna end, now we just talked about Miami. I have to because we're literally glutton for punishment. The Who's Starting on podcast, if you're listening on the audio side, we're gonna switch over and talk about Salt Lake. If you want, Candor. I have and the Monica of it all still because I was absent yesterday, so I might have missed some things yesterday. Were you on the scene at all yesterday?
Um, what it is, me and I went on Larger Curves' live. We
Yesterday.
dissected
Okay.
the hairdresser, what she
Okay.
was saying in the interview, and we both
Okay.
came to the same conclusion without confirming with each other behind any scenes. She tripped up and let slip that Heather knew everything, and she was closer to Heather than what she was with Monica. And she was also Jen Shaw's hairdresser way before, so she will have
Okay.
known everything.
Yeah, she
And then
works for both.
she tried every other like thing what the interviewer was saying. She it wasn't making sense because she was calling on herself. The timelines weren't adding up, and everything what she said before was a total lie. And then the truth comes out, and Heather and Bravo and the hairdresser are all behind it. They're the ones
Really,
behind
for
it.
real.
And I feel like if Sarah, even though Monica did do the blogs, rightly so,
She
because
did it
Jen
for
was
Jen
all
Shaw. What she did
she
was try
threw
to
Monica
expose
into
Jen
the
Shaw.
bus. And do you know what I'm going to say as well?
Yeah.
She said something about how she doesn't record people, how she doesn't want to do that, but yet she's
Huh.
selling all the recordings of Monica,
Yes. She
Monica
has
stuff.
1,500, right?
Hypocrite,
1,500.
she's a liar. And
I
I
know.
wish people would wake up and see Heather Gay for what she is, because she's the biggest hypocrite as well and a liar.
Yeah.
She knew what was
Yeah.
going on.
Exactly. So so I just got done watching somebody doing another recap, and they really think that Monica's dangerous, and I'm still confused. So
Oh
Heather,
gosh,
I don't
I don't,
understand it.
I don't. I mean, everyone's entitled to the opinion,
Yeah,
but you need the things to back it up if you're going to go that
exactly.
dramatic. And
I,
it's quite dangerous saying that someone is dangerous when all they've done is blogged about a person
I
who is
mean,
corrupt.
exactly. So that's the thing. I still don't have. We still have no proof that all the stuff that they were blaming Meredith for, right? A lead up to where is all the stuff about them, the other ladies, when they were showing screenshots? Like I feel like I'm going crazy. I have to keep repeating myself. None of it was from Von Teese. Okay. Monica might have said a few things about the other ladies, like before she was on the show, because that's what that whole thing. But I don't believe that Heather was completely in the dark, like you said. So it did, because again, Heather, everybody thinks, I was listening to somebody, they were like Heather is so iconic, and so smart, and she made this show. She like orchestrated it right. All she did was orchestrate something we already knew, because Jen sent a cease and desist to the Von Teese account, which is public record, stating all the names that were running the Von Teese account. It was out there.
I know
So,
something. I know
what?
something, but I'm not allowed to say because it's not for me
Tell
to
me what.
say. I'm not allowed to say it. And you
Is
may
it,
get it from another. You may get it from another blogger, but trust and
but it's a
believe.
private chat.
Trust and believe. I think Monica's been set up.
Oh my, me too. Because I feel like she went in there with no agenda. Exact. I don't think anything was created. Like, I don't think her and her mom are fake. I think that's a real toxic relationship. I think that her mom is crazy, listening to her scream at her daughter like that. Her daughter basically was like, "This is real life, mom, and you're talking about the show still. Fight that fight." Tanisha has no right to release things that are private. That makes her look just as guilty. That makes Tanisha look really bad for getting mad at Monica for recording the fraudster. Also, people forget she didn't go work for Jen Shaw and she knew she was a fraudster. She was working for somebody because Jen Shaw was going to be famous. She's on a Real Housewives show. She's flashy. She gives this girl a job. Why wouldn't she want to be working for Jen Shaw? I would love to work. If I was in her position, who wouldn't? But then she works for Jen Shaw and she doesn't even pay her. So then they get mad at her for not paying her face bill to Heather. Your best friend didn't pay this girl. Okay, so don't be mad at her when she doesn't pay you for her face. To me, paying my light bill would be more important than paying fucking Heather's sister gay.
Well,
But
do you know what
anyway,
it is? Put it this way, Krista.
why don't you try to get her to commit fraud?
Heather didn't pay Monica back in Bermuda, so I think that squashes her claim to suing Monica. Seems so she never paid Monica back for all the products as well.
That's so ridiculous. What products?
What she had to buy for Heather in Bermuda.
That's what I mean. I know exactly. I can't believe Monica forgot about that. She said, "No." She's like, "Oh, I forgot about that." I said, "How did you forget about that, Monica?" You know, can somebody
Terry Hawthorne.
Why are they saying that she used a chime card? What is the big deal with a chime card? Who cares?
Yes,
They
exactly.
Said, like, picking everything apart. I mean, Heather, you're the idiot that didn't find the mistake. She has 3 last names. You know why? Because she was married before. That gives you 2 right there. Her mother also was married to somebody else, and she got that last name. So that's why Heather, she has 3 last names. I don't know why she gave you 3 last names, but the birth date should bring up the person. The birth date is what you search, right? That's the one that connects all 3 of them.
What reality said is what I've been saying all along. I've said this all along. It's Heather. You look at the way they acted and behaving and how it's set up. I knew it was Heather. Bravo.
I want to see the DM that they were screaming about. That was about the other ladies and all the info about the other ladies that went out to us, the bloggers. Where is the proof that Monica had talked about the other ladies? They're saying DMs. Okay, well, DMs are private. So you can DM and talk about other people, but if that didn't get leaked, then where is it at? Where is the proof that you were talking about the other ladies, Monica, or where even that account? Anything about Heather? They were screaming at Meredith. Remember, they were going to break up with Meredith. They were literally, Meredith was like the worst of the worst at the end of the, she can't be trusted. She's throwing around talking about us all on this account. I didn't see anything. Did you see anything about like any of the other ladies? Have you? I haven't.
Exactly. It's just
where is all that? We wasted our goddamn time. Bravo wasted our time for 3 weeks. They lead up to this shit. So now I do believe you. I absolutely believe that, because look at the freaking shit. They edited this thing to make it look like that Meredith, it was either Meredith or Monica, remember? So one of them was going to be this big scammer. But we knew Von Teese was Monica. So where are the fucking proof? Where's the shit you were yelling at Meredith about? I want to see DMs about the other ladies. Where's it at?
Yeah.
Well, it's already, how convenient. How convenient. So they have their conversations, but it's all about Jen Shaw, but they delete all the other stuff about the other ladies. So they had stuff on the other ladies, but they never put it out. Is that the thing? Let me see Von Teese put it out.
It'll be somewhere archived, stored away for when it's needed. Put it that way.
Well, guess what? Dana Wilkie has them all. Okay, because she was getting most of them. And guess what? She said, "I will pull them, but there's nothing about the other ladies." I said, "Please give me those receipts." I'm trying to get her to come on the show. She's back from London, because Listen,
Heather
like
did that stunt to cover her own backside
it was
because she
all
was
about
well in it.
it's all
She
about
was in
just
with
business.
Bravo with the hairdresser, and that's why she acted the way she did. And she got everyone riled up. That's what she
Yep,
did.
and she made it seem, and they were like crying with each. Oh my god, I can't believe that we're friends with somebody like
Drama of it
this.
all. I feel like I'm on Dallas or
Your
Dynasty from
hairdresser is worse. Your hairdresser's her best friend, living in your doing your hair, Heather, in your home. So people are like, oh, would you feel comfortable with somebody like Monica being? Should I expect the other ladies to feel comfortable? Yes, I fucking do expect them to feel comfortable. You know why? Because they were comfortable with some freaking this felon, this violent felon that gave you a black eye.
Psycho of a Tasmanian devil tendencies kicking off every 2 minutes.
She didn't even
Shouting at them.
it was crazy. Monica sat there because she wasn't like. There's no way that she was going to be able to go up against these three ladies who were screaming and ready to fight her. She got angry. I understand there's a lot to sort out with this because we're still sorting out this shit, and it's making me mad that Jen Shah is still in our mouths. And guess what? Did you
Well,
hear what Andy said?
like I say, Krista, do you remember when I said to you before? I've said this on Larger Curves as well. Jen is the source of everything. Bravo has
Jen,
this thing, this
the source
obsession.
of anything
Bravo
that
has this obsession with Jen Shaw.
she knew
She
about
was
the
mentioned
account.
from the start, the middle, and the end of this season. Monica was brought on because she was an extension of Jen Shaw. Heather abused that situation, knowing the details from the hairdresser. Bravo was well in, well aware. Why would Bravo pick up Monica? And they already knew Monica was who she was because there was a cease and desist. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Why would Bravo pick up Monica? And even though they knew the cease and desist,
you know why? To say F you to Jen Shah because watch what happens
there
live
you go.
Andy hates Jen Shah. You should hear what he says. He's been saying Jen gave like he said something really, really, really good last night about this.
The thing
He
is,
said
Bravo,
huh?
Bravo was acting like, you know that Shakespeare's book, The Merchant of Venice?
Hold on, let me turn my fan off. I think I'm having a hard time hearing you. Okay. What was that? I heard Venice.
You know that Shakespeare's book, the play The Merchant of Venice?
No, I have no idea about
Shylock. You've got Shylock wanting his pound of flesh. That is how Andy's behaving. And he wanted his pound of flesh off Jen Shaw, and she wouldn't give him it.
You should. I got to pull up the clip.
So he dragged in Monica.
Huh?
So he dragged in Monica to do the dirty work.
Well, because guess what? The biggest FU to Jen Shaw is having Monica and Angie come on because she fought with Angie. She treated Angie like shit last season before she went away. So last night on Watch What Happens Live, Andy said something about something being ridiculous or something being stupid or ridiculous. He goes, yeah, just as ridiculous as Jen Shaw tweeting from jail. Right on Watch What Happens Live. He does not fucking like her. He is not happy. The fact that she thinks that Bravo is salty because they wanted her. They didn't want her to do that interview. They didn't want that interview. She wasn't going to give us anything. That's why they didn't do the interview. She was going to come clean.
Do you think she's going to jeopardize her position when she's going to court and going to jail?
What position? Whoa. What position?
No, because they might have took it into consideration and made it even more upset.
Jen Shah's never coming back. They don't like her. Andy does not.
No, I never said she was coming back. I says that interview would have jeopardized her position, and she would have gotten probably more jail time.
Everything she said up until that point jeopardized her thing. She ran her mouth. She drank on a bail. She was released on bail. She was drunk on camera. She gave Jen a black eye, allegedly. Now look at it this way. Heather Gay.
Now I know the truth about that black eye, but I can't say it.
I know, but why is she lying? Why is she
lying? It's not my business to put out. You'll find out of someone else.
Why is she lying about it? Why is Heather lying about this? Who told her to lie about this? Her production? Who told her
Heather's
to say lying?
By the way, Heather's lying about Jen Shaw actually giving her a black eye.
Yes, and I think Bravo put her up to it.
She didn't.
So that means it looks like she's just listen. I'm so pissed off that she got to say that because she has been thinking she's been holding on to that black eye gate to secure her position for how long now? I'm over it. She literally had somebody. She definitely set this up. Definitely.
Heather is covering her own backside. And I'm sorry, but like, if
They
you're
think
going to
that
drag Monica down, Heather's
Monica's
going
not.
with her.
Jen Shaw's
Heather
nothing
and
to us.
Bravo's going with her if that's the case. Because you got to be pretty stupid not to see the writing on the wall. You
I
really
mean,
have.
how are you going to? We know that there was an investigation, right? Bravo said with that. If Bravo thinks that Jen Shaw or if Heather just revealed this now, then that means she lied to HR when there's an investigation to see if there's a violent criminal running around. Because guess what? You're all in this villa. So she protects allegedly now it looks like she protected a violent criminal and let them ladies be around us, right? So it's like, Heather, how in the world are you going to say she gave me a black eye? It was her. I'm not going to protect any longer. So that means I'm not going to protect you. First of all, nobody wanted you to protect her any longer, Heather. Nobody asked you to protect Von Teese. Von Teese was exposed when Jen Shaw got a thing last year, a cease and assist against it, with all their names on it.
Krista, can you put up what Sarah's went and put here, referring to me? No, the next one up. Do I look like Sour Patch Washington has been? Lady, I do know what want to be a stylist for a lawyer, please. Krista, you need to get on IG in private, and I'll tell you all the gossip. I'll tell you all the tea.
I can't find you. I cannot find you. Why are you not on
my Instagram? Message there.
Listen, you're probably on my old one, the one I'm locked out of. I'm locked out of Reality with Chris 3. I'm locked out of my original one.
Wait, send us your new one. That'll be why.
Where though? On Instagram?
Yes.
No, you have my wrong Instagram. You know I got the new one, right? I can't find
I've
you.
been
Where
sending you stuff over Christmas. Me Christmas tree, cats, the whole lot.
You're sending it to my old one. My one. It's not my old one. I'm locked out of Reality with Chris 3. I had to do the Who's Starting On podcast one, and I keep saying to Larger, can you give me a Candor's thing?
Yeah. At Christmas time, seriously, I know this hasn't got anything to do with Housewives, but on the side note, I'm sending you what I've done for Christmas. I'm sending you the new cats, pictures of the new cats. I'm like, I'm getting no response. Is she ignoring me?
No, I'm not ignoring you. No, I'm serious. I can't get into it. And now I can't even send my link to you right now because I don't want to miss it too. Like, I don't know if you can even find me now because it's linked in my YouTube description on my YouTube channel thing.
I will grab it when I'm done with you here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I definitely, the Heather lied to her employer. Allegedly, that's what they're making it look like. They're actually making it look like she lied to them. And I don't know why production is okay. Why would they want her to say that? That Jen gave her the black eye.
This is why I was saying to Zara, Heather and Whitney need to go. They're the two weakest links in the franchise.
Need to go. Whitney and her little stupid, everything she did was like a reach. Everything she did this season was a reach. She never had problems with her husband. She is, listen, she's horrible. And she's the scream, you've sexually exploited my vagina. What? Are you Are you out of your mind? Like, do you hear yourself, Whitney? Do you not want to be here any longer? Because we're not going to fuck with you anymore. Because you're weird as fuck, girl. That's a reach, okay?
It's like Whitney, the time's up.
I know.
Time's up.
And I don't know what to do with her. What are we going to do with her? Like, she's going to have to go because she's just making up stuff, like screaming at Meredith about the Sprinter van. Why weren't you in the Sprinter van? She's so ditzy. She doesn't realize that there's no way Meredith did not create call the feds on Jen Shaw. Okay, that investigation is so deep and so dark with back so many years that even if Meredith wasn't in the Sprinter van, Whitney, that doesn't mean she called the feds on Jen Shaw. Absolutely, she did not want. I don't think she liked Monica. I think she's jealous of Monica, and I don't know why. Monica sat there and was like trying to be all their friends. I really believe Monica, and I think she was legit trying to be friends with them. And I think the Von Teese thing, I don't think after she started the show that she had anything to do with that. Now, why does Tanisha have a video of Monica and her mom screaming the day of the Easter party? That means Tanisha was still hanging out with Monica back then. Think about it, right? Am I? That was not that long ago.
It's weird how Heather has manipulated this with Bravo to throw Monica under the bus.
But that is so stupid because we literally, Monica has receipts. Literally, why are you going to get mad at her for exposing a fucking criminal, a fraud? They all hate Jen Shah. Bravo hates Jen Shah. Andy hates Jen Shah. It's obvious, right? So the way that she even talks now, the fact that he clowned her for doing the tweets from prison, it's funny as hell. I'm glad she watches the show. I hope it goes up her asshole. You know what, Jen Shah? Because you are a criminal. You're a horrible person. You tried to snow us from day one. You were doing your shit. We didn't know it. You literally screamed and yelled like a maniac first season. I didn't even fucking like you then. I'm sorry, I'm cursing. I didn't like you then. And then you realize that you had to look at your kids. That's what gets me. You walked out of your house every day to go to work and looked at either your husband or your kids in the eyes, gave them dinner, acted like a good mom. I don't know, acted like a good person, and then was going out and committing the highest, biggest fraud, risking their entire life on this. Is not a good person. That is not a good mother. She's not a good friend. She hates. She has no empathy. She doesn't like her friends. Every single one of them, she is treated like dog shit. And Jen Shah also hired this girl, and then she tried to get Monica to commit fraud. So Monica's not a fraudster. If she wanted to be like Jen Shah and be a fraudster, she would have committed fraud. Think about it, guys. Nobody wants to be like Jen Shah, okay? This is nothing. This is not the same. I'm sorry, we have to explain life to you people, but this is not the same. Monica and Jen Shah are not the same, okay? Monica said, no, I won't commit fraud. Jen Shah said, yes, I'm going to rob old people and poor people and whatever. And like people that just, she just robbed millions and millions and millions of dollars and lied to her kids, lied to her husband, lied to her employer, lied to fucking everyone, got stupid at it. She's not a good person. Then she doesn't pay Monica. And then she offers her $600, go hide this money for me. Tries to implicate her and try to get poor Stubert Chames. Stubert Chames was this dorky guy just living his life in Salt Lake. He meets this asshole and look what happens. Now he's in prison for 7 years. Think about it. You got to be that stupid. Like, I'm sorry. It used to make me really mad to think because I'm a white collar criminal. Yes, I'm a felon, guys. I wasn't, I did some stuff. I owe the government money, but I've literally, I never denied it. I knew what I was doing. I only robbed the government. I never robbed people. I understand crime. I get it, but it makes me mad when you come on a show like that, Jen Shah. And I'm saying Southern District of New York. That's where I live. I live in Jersey, right? I live right over the bridge. It is not the balls that this girl has to walk into that courtroom or them detectives the first day and to lie through her fucking teeth. Not only was she making the decision every day to go commit fraud and put her family's life in danger, then for a whole entire year, she told them she wasn't guilty. She fucked with their heads the entire time. That is not a good person. So when Monica exposes that person, why are we so mad? Why? What, Krista? What about the government? The people? No, not really. They're not. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll stop saying it, but they're not really good people.
Krista, one moment.
I meant to shadow them.
Check on your YouTube community. My name is there because I'm not keeping it there forever. That's my Instagram name to find us, and I'll take it back down private.
Put it in the private
it's
chat.
On this live on community. I've went and typed in it.
Okay. I'll get it right now. I'll get it so you can get it off there. Yeah. See. No. Oh, I know what you're saying. It's my tax. It's a tax lien. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. You guys aren't paying for me. Literally, the money gets paid back every.
I just find the hypocrisy of it all that Heather is coming off like some saint, and she's not.
She's trying to prove something we already know. What is Tanisha trying to prove? What is she trying to prove? We already know that they both were involved in the account. I'm confused. Are they trying to prove who did it first? Who did it most? Who did it last? Who did it? I'm confused. What are we arguing about now? Because Tanisha did an interview to say what? To expose.
Tanisha's basically shot Heather in the foot and herself. She's sweating. Tanisha isn't that smart. She thinks she is.
She's definitely not, because she's literally exposing herself by she's telling Monica out for stuff that she did, but she's doing worse. You're literally like pretending to be her friend and like recording her. Her mother. Exactly. Her mom. Like, what are you like putting that out for? That's not cool. You know what I mean? Like it's sick. It's I don't understand why people are so like, I don't know. She's not she didn't expose, You know, she exposed a bad person. She exposed somebody that screwed her over, by the way. Think about it. She literally tried to get her to commit fraud, and she's got 4 kids. It's crazy. And everybody's like, Monica's so dangerous. She's not dangerous. I can't get it out. I can't get it out. God damn it. Did you take it down?
Yeah.
Okay. Put it in the private chat. Do you know how to do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
1 second.
Nobody will see it. Nobody's in there but me and you. Just like that thing I put the other day, and I love you guys for not you know, talking about it.
Do you think I'm going to do that crap with you? That's not my style.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just don't. I think that's a little ridiculous to call people dangerous because they literally exposed the fraud that screwed them over, and everybody else on that thing.
And unhinged, and a psychopath and psychotic on their blogs. Absolutely crazy.
That does not make any sense to me. I would really like a conversation with somebody that says that. Tell me how she is more dangerous than she's more dangerous than any other housewife. Actually, trolling people is not a crime. She wasn't even trolling people; she was exposing an actual fraud. Now, it's funny to me that Heather, they're pro Heather, but Heather has Tanisha working for her. So how's that work? It's like it's sick. I don't understand what. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't even watch. I watched one recap before I got on here, and I couldn't. And they are so pro Heather. So Heather was this. I mean, literally, like Heather is the mastermind and the best, and like Monica's disgusting, and she's gross, and she's sneaky, and she's all these things. And it's like you guys are still like going off of what like Heather said, you know, at the finale. We know now that there's so much more to that story. You know, it's so much different than what was presented to us. Okay. Nobody's showing me anything.
Krista? Do you know what I want to see happen? I want them all to come back next season, but I want Tanisha also in as a friend of the show, and let's see it all kick off, and we'll find out, getting down to the bones of it all.
Well,
I would love to see that. Do you know, I'm happy for Tanisha to come on the show. I really am.
I'm not. Don't give her any credit. She doesn't deserve it. That's what she's trying to do. The reason she's doing this is because she thinks it's going to get her some. She's trying to get, you know, what she's trying to do. I don't know what she's trying to do, but Tanisha, I don't understand why you think that you are trying to expose something we already know. We already know she's Von Teese. We already know you were involved. Doesn't matter how long or when. The problem is you guys have led up to this finale saying that there's all these other things that people were saying about the other ladies, the DMs about the other ladies. But no, we're fighting about Jen Shah. We're fighting about the DMs that were taking down Jen Shah. Why? That's not what you led our seasons up. That's not what the season led up to be. The season led up to the finale, making it look like there was either Monica or Meredith. And there was some account where all the ladies were talked about. Not Von Teese, because we see Von Teese. We see the DMs of Von Teese. And the ones that Von Teese, huh?
Monica has saved that show. She really has.
She did, and all her former friends, yeah, they can go too. You're exactly. These people are nuts. You have a better chance of getting more clout being friends with the girl in the show than going against the girl. Because know what we do when people do that? We laugh at you. You don't get anywhere with us. We get your shit. We make a fool of you on camera. We let you be a little snitch. You tell on your friend, and then we put it out there, and then we laugh at you, and you don't get anything out of it. Just like Laura Lee Jensen when she went after Margaret and just destroyed New Jersey.
The thing is, what people are not getting, and they will never understand or get, is
the logic doesn't.
Heather is the actual bully behind it all.
No shit. She was okay with it.
And I'm just like, what are people drinking around, like in America and stuff, not to realize it? Like, wake up, see it for what it is.
I know. I don't understand how Monica did anything that's any more dangerous. She did, if anything, maybe she's trolling. Maybe she trolled people. She followed somebody. If she went, you know what? If somebody owed me money, motherfuckers, I'm gonna go sit outside of their house too. Think about it. Don't get me wrong. I
used to like Heather in the first season, and the second season. I
said she was doing it wrong. I didn't think she could do it.
It started weighing on me when she started making out as though she's just a fan and she's the underdog all the time. Even when she went on that Housewives trip and she was trying to play that role, and like it's a caricature. of what she's trying to be and the way she used to let Jen treat her, because no one in the world would let anyone treat anyone like that. And I'm thinking there's something up here with Heather. She's not as genuine as what she makes now to be. And this black eye scenario hit the nail on the head for me. And I was watching her. And then the season's just confirmed every single thing, because she kept on doing U-turns, slipping up, doing as much as she could. And I just thought, you showing your hands, Heather? And you think you're exposing Monica? You just literally showed your own hands.
Mm-hmm.
You've done. You stood by a woman who you knew was guilty.
Yep.
What's worse, exposing the guilty person or standing by her?
Exactly. Giselle's more dangerous. Exactly. Exactly. Think about what Giselle did. Think about what Giselle did. She literally, I mean, come on. The accusations are against Chris Bassett. It's nuts. She's not dangerous. Okay? Monica's not dangerous. If anything, her mother is. Her mother's the one who sat there and was like, you F this all up. And Monica's like, oh my God. Monica is in real distress over this fight with her mom. And all her mom can scream about. Again, I hate the fact that we have to even talk about this video that got out. But the fact that you can tell that her mom is more wanted to be a housewife. Like I've been saying, her mom rather be a housewife than a mother to Monica. You know what I mean?
Put it this way. I could name a few bloggers on YouTube, but I'm not.
No, I
who's
know.
more dangerous? Who's more dangerous? Miles more than what Monica is. Put it that way. The latest.
I mean, I thought by now they would have realized how it's not making sense and the math ain't mathin'. But I mean, math ain't mathin'. Okay, it doesn't make any sense to me. It is.
And your family on Insta.
I really want to know why Tanisha. What are you trying to expose? You did not exposing anything we didn't already know. Jen Shaw put a cease and desist on that account last year. That was out in the open, honey. So you trying to prove if Monica really did it or you really? I don't know what they're trying to prove. Who did it first? Who did it the most? Who did it last? Who did it? Like, what are you trying to prove? It's not a secret. It's not new news. It is now, but not anymore. The thing is now the Heather of it all. Okay. The Heather of it all screaming at Monica, timeline, blah, 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 blah. Like, what are you doing? They're the ones who are trying to fist fight her. So you want to say Monica's dangerous. These ladies were going to fist fight her for protecting Jen Shaw or for exposing the criminal. You guys literally.
This is exactly what I'm saying. It's mental.
The violent criminal, by the way. They knew she was violent and they knew she was a criminal. And
I was actually looking at some of these bloggers and people going on everywhere in Bravo. And I thought, so is this the American way where you protect actual criminals and sacrifice the people who actually expose them?
Did she sell stories?
What world are we living in?
Do we have proof that Tanisha sold stories to anybody? Wow. She sells stories. So she's a hairdresser with Heather, but she's making money selling stories. Where? When? So she's the one. Okay. What now? Come on. Because if that's the case, then what is happening? Because then obviously Heather, it's obvious Heather knew, right? But I just don't understand what Heather's motive was. What is Heather's motive against Monica? Because we already knew she was Von Teese, right? Dana Wilkie said it. Not that the whole world thought it was a secret or anything, but yeah, maybe most people didn't know about that, but it's not that big of a deal. She exposed Jen Shaw.
I've always said this because and Doug's saying this about Monica. I've always said this about Monica. Monica should take credit for taking down Jen Shaw, because we wouldn't have known what Jen Shaw was doing with her stuff if it wasn't for Monica taping it and dropping all the bombs.
And she screwed Monica over, okay? And she never paid Tanisha either. She hires her and then she never pays her. And we saw Monica work like a dog for Jen Shaw. And she never got paid.
Okay. I've always been Team Monica for that. I will never ever fault her for exposing Jen Shaw on the slide.
And never. She doesn't. You have to be a witness. This is how stupid other people. I'm going to say you're stupid because it's not you, but this is how people are thinking. They think that she's some fraud, that she's committing all these frauds somewhere. She was on the docket for a federal case as a witness against Jen Shaw. Yeah. You cannot be a fuck up and go against a witness to talk, because if they find out that you're not who you say you are, then that whole case that whole trial, it's like mistrial. Okay. They do uber super duper background checks when they put you on a docket in a federal case. So Monica doesn't have a secret fraudster life like Jen Shah does. Trust me, the federal government, she was on their side, not on the Jen side. If Monica wanted to be like Jen Shah, if she was anything like Jen Shah, she would have committed the fraud when Jen asked her to.
And
But
do
she
you
didn't.
think Bravo's that stupid to let someone in?
Yes.
Not doing all their research and
I need more. I have follow-up.
digging and everything like that on their franchise, what they want to save. You've got to be pretty stupid in the head to think that Bravo didn't know any of this. You've really got to be dumb. It's a franchise. They're protecting the franchise. They're making money bank off this. It's crazy.
It
like,
is.
People,
He has a burn book of DMs. First of all, a burn book of DMs. Did she print the DMs or something? I'm confused.
I wanted to bring out the burn book. I'll buy it.
What burn book? She has said she has a burn book?
She's taking the burn book to the reunion.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Back up. She has a burn book.
Monica has a burn book.
Is it from?
And she's taking it to the reunion.
Is it her burn book, though? Like, she has receipts about all the women?
Yes.
Oh, I see what it says. It's from the cast members. Oh my God. Okay, I read it wrong. Oh, so I know. Listen, I know that they were like literally. They thought that account was, they were going against each other. That's what I mean. Where's
like
all
I said, Krista, they're a group of little witches.
So
they're a group of little witches, and not one of them is sweet out the whole lot of them. They all as devious as each other, and let the light come through.
I want to know why. See, Heather's an asshole. Heather got sick. What is she doing? Basically, when her trying to get rid of Monica, is doing Jen Shah's work too. It's like doing Jen Shah. Oh my God, Heather's like addicted. Oh my God, I think she's trying to do what Jen Shah. She's trying to get rid of Monica because of Jen Shah, because she's still loyal to Jen Shah.
Hi, Larja.
Hi, Larja. That's disgusting. Heather literally trying to get rid of Monica any way possible is basically doing Jen Shah's dirty work. Why would you? The girl that lied to you. Oh my God, this makes me so mad. Oh my God, this makes me so.
Me at any time. Like, seriously, like, I'm just pleased there's Krista around. There's larger curves around.
Yes,
and like Eddie from Diamond Reality, what's sense and look at it properly, because seriously, some people just need to wake up. Like, seriously.
I don't understand. I would love for them to tell me what is so dangerous about what Monica has done. Okay, and why is it just Monica? If that's what you believe, though, right? If you believe that Monica is this horrible, dangerous, whatever you think that shouldn't be on the show, then why are you so hip? Like, why is it pick and choose? Why are you picking and choosing? Because other shows have people that have done much worse than this to the other cast members. So, let's see. Are you gonna why Monica? Why is Monica so dangerous? She's so different than any other housewife on this franchise. Do you know how horrible those two women are to each other? Have you been watching for the last 13 years? Come on, man. That's why we can't stay in the shows anymore, because we want people like Miami where they actually like each other still. They're actually still friends. And it gets to the point where they're not anymore. And this shit happens, right? This crazy,
comes. When the toxicity comes, I turn off. When it gets too toxic. That's why I turned off with BH. That's why I turned off with Atlanta. That's why I've turned off from the Potomac. And I was a fan from the first season. Too toxic. Hi, Larja.
Hello, everybody.
Can you hear me? Larja, can you do me a favor? Yeah. Can you please link Krista to my IG account so she has it?
Yeah. I'll totally put us in a group. I'll put it over there.
Yeah, I don't have it. Like I for some reason, and if I try to click it now, it'll end the Instagram live, and I don't want it to. But yeah. So what's up? Love you. How are you? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We just got finished ice skating, so I was in the car.
Oh, you did? Is it colder?
It's the last day. It's like the last week to ice skate in the historic part of our town. So I took the kids one time before the season was over.
Continue on US. I agree too. Yeah, we talked about Miami for an hour, and how I feel like Andriana is making everything worse. Like, she's just making things worse for herself. But I think that Nicole knew about Anna. And
yeah, I feel like Nicole definitely knew, but I don't feel like she should get all this smoke for 10 years ago tragedy when Adriana is the one that's trying to stir up the 10 years ago tragedy, not Nicole.
Mhm.
She just hosted a party and let the fire start. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like she should be held responsible for the maliciousness that is Adriana this season.
exactly. Like Adriana she wanted their terrible so bad, to be their friend so badly, and cried about how sorry she was about things that she said. But then she takes a season and tries to like ruin it. Toxicity brings in toxic Anna.
Yeah,
Obviously, Bravo had to agree with.
I like
You know?
last year. I don't know how she could have done worse after hearkening the angel that is Frankie, and now this
Yeah.
year she's one-twoing it with a freaking visit from Anna, acting like she doesn't know what the problem is, that she wants to reveal stuff that's not even in the tabloids yet. That's not okay. She would not appreciate it if anybody did that to her. Not she would be crying like always.
Yep. Oh my God, she was so.
I'm going to jump down. I'm going to jump down, ladies, because I want Large Curves to put her part in it because I've been up here for quite a while and I'll be watching from the sides. You have me IG, Large Curves, do your bit because you'll be talking like I've been talking.
You know that's right.
You know,
That's hilarious.
everyone have a good time on the panel. I'll be watching.
Okay, that's hilarious. I love Candace.
I mean, I feel
And then
crazy because I
you
don't
feel
understand
crazy?
why do these people think that Monica's so dangerous?
That's the part. Like to use
How?
these adjectives. This is like when
Yes.
Garcelle had to check Dorito on using the
Mm-hmm.
word attack for an
Yep.
innocent conversation. Like you really have to kind of like check your own self on you trying to make it seem like somebody's doing something way more worse than what they are. It's a little bit of gaslighting going on. What
Yes.
danger did she? If you look at the word of danger, she didn't cause danger to Whitney, Heather, Lisa, or Meredith, unless you are part of Jen Shaw's posse and we're on her payroll and you're not getting your checks no more. That's the only way this is dangerous to you, person.
And the fact that they all tried to fist fight her. Okay, Monica sat
Yeah.
still. They tried to fist fight her.
Hello?
Yeah.
She's never raised her hand to a person.
Nope.
She hasn't been over the top malicious. She hasn't been making up secret lies, trying to dig up secret dirt, saying that their churches is a cult, pretending like she is responsible for making people S themselves. She didn't do none of that. They've done those things and are trying to gaslight us into believing that somehow anything that Monica has presented so far on or off camera is a form of what they actually are.
First of all, I'm still trying to find out when she talked about the other ladies anyway. All I've been hearing is that she's Bonte's and it was after Jen. For some reason, they're skipping over the fact that all she did was to go after Jen Shah, right? So again,
right, that's what I think. Well, they said, that page also talked about other people, but she already said she didn't do it. It's not currently posted, and even if it was, a lot of people talk about you. Don't be so daft, and people won't talk about you.
Right, and it's your friends apparently writing in and sending the DMs to that account. So hopefully Monica has, and the thing is, all I've seen is all I've seen is this Tanisha girl try to prove who did it the most or last or first or the best. It's like, we know she's Von Teese. Jen Shah knew she was Von Teese. Jen Shah gave you a cease and desist last year, except you weren't on it, Tanisha. She didn't know you were the sneaky one. That's the thing. On that cease and desist, Tanisha's the only one not on there. So Heather had this girl working for her this whole time and probably had no idea, because how did Heather not know there was a cease and desist against that account? Think about it. It was public knowledge.
Well, it was public knowledge. Plus, Tanisha used to work for Jen.
Yes.
Jen and Heather were friends during the time that Tanisha worked for her. Tanisha stopped working for her and went to Heather's camp. Heather knew about Monica from Tanisha and from her being associated with Monica. And so all of this is mute points. All of it is
exactly
mute.
Heather
is the common denominator.
Jen Shaw too.
Heather the common denominator, and
Yes.
Jen Shaw. And those two were in cahoots. She would do, Heather said Jen Shaw could do no wrong as far as she was concerned, even after
Yes.
she was convicted.
Yes.
And now where she's trying to make us believe that Monica did no wrong.
Where'd she go? Oh, she's still there. There? Curves. She was driving. Hey, Manny.
Hey guys.
I know I'm going to hear it now because I'm waiting for somebody to come and explain to me where's
Oh no!
Monica.
Listen, I still think what I think, but I want to come into here to talk about Miami because
Okay, go ahead. Yes.
oh my God, Miami is probably, I'm gonna say it, the best housewives
Yes.
right now, besides Salt
I
Lake
agree.
City. Because I was
I
telling
agree.
Curves last night, I watched Potomac and it's so boring. It's so I had a hard time like watching the entire episode, So Miami is literally the best. I loved Anna. I think that Anna
No.
has a lot of secrets, and I would like to see her come as a friend, just because I loved how Alexia and Marisol, how much they were bothered by it.
Listen, she's going to introduce the toxicity that we don't want. We know why we love Miami so much right now because they
Why?
actually care about each other. They rally around each other when they need
That's
it.
true.
Right? They're still very close friends. They still really, at this point, they still care about each other. We have a lot of great marriages on that show, solid marriages, great things. And I like the vibe of the Miami cast right now, right? So I
Uh-huh.
feel like bringing Anna in is screwing it up, and it's going to bring the messy in, which I'm curious though about Todd and Alexia, but I don't want it done the way Adriana is doing it. I don't like how Adriana is doing it. I think Adriana deserves to get for being this messy. She cannot blame
Okay.
these ladies. If Anna comes in and starts running her mouth and interrupting everything, and they are going to get mad at Adriana. Adriana's going to have to back her up, be that girl's friend. Nobody's going to be friends with that girl, Anna, if she starts being messy. Think about it. Maybe she can be the cotton candy messy that we need and not, make it, Jersey toxic where it's like it's hard to watch.
Right.
But
You
I
make
definitely
a good point. You're on point about that. I just want to know what caused the division between Anna and Marisol. Like what? Because they showed that when she was on the show, they were friends. So I want to see what
right.
happened. But you're right about the toxicity. We don't want to turn this into New Jersey. In my opinion, New
No,
Jersey's the worst. I can't
so
stand the
bad.
fans of New Jersey. They're so
So bad.
toxic.
It's
Yes,
awful.
right.
It's so
But
bad.
also
I
with Miami, I want to say
yeah.
Lisa's slip is showing, and it's not a good look.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, you see, when she went on to tell Julia that she has 3 baby daddies and stuff, I don't know. I think she's going a little unhinged with that.
Yeah,
I was
like
shocked.
that was shocking, but it's also the same thing that Larsa tried to go at Julia about. So they've obviously been talking.
And
Yes.
I also, what I love about Adriana, this is what I'm sure you two will agree with me. I
Mhm.
love how she effortlessly comes at Larsa every time, and she said, "Shut up, Larsa. You were not here. You were with the Kardashians." It's so
That's
funny.
true. That is truth. That is absolutely true. I didn't realize that she doesn't live here. I was considering ditching BH too, but I could see this is the thing with beach. I'm very happy with Miami, like you said. Right now, we have back the knock. We have no criminals as far as we know. We don't know about Todd anymore, but we'll see. So far, we don't have the criminal activity that we were addicted to for 2 years. We don't have to be. Listen, how angry I'm saying. I started to be very angry. I was angry about Erica because I couldn't believe what she was doing. I was angry about I couldn't watch it anymore. The toxicity makes it to the point where I didn't want to watch Housewives anymore. The way that Jersey's going, plus it's that's how it is in real life. So I have to it's around me and it makes me like really crazy. It gives me anxiety. I freak out. Like I can't deal with these people. It's so bad and so unnecessary. But like Miami, yeah, like you see, they still rally around each other, right? They don't fake it. They still actually hang out. We don't have to show because all these other ones that are like OC, you had the cast had to make up places to go for them to hang out because they don't like each other. And then they had to make up games to make up drama. And that's not Real Housewives. Real Housewives started with we saw them hanging out with their families. Then we would see them hanging out with each other, having parties at their houses, not finding a place to go eat, sitting around the table, getting drunk, and having playing a game that makes people fight. That's what production is starting to do. They did it with Look at It. Huh?
Yep. No, I was just agreeing.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like Bravo. I understand it. Like we are finally getting over the fact that we don't need to watch criminal activity, because it was, yes, Scandal happened. We got it out of our system, right? It's 2024. You know, we're going into the Housewives. We got a great franchise with Miami. Great relationships are there still. We have BH, which even if Erica's faking it, I'll take it. If this is fake Erica being fake, whatever, Melissa's a great person. Melissa's a normal person.
I agree.
Melissa's normal.
Melissa was my fave for a long time. And that's part of why I said Melissa was my fave for a long time, because she seemed just like the most down to earth.
Just whatever. She tried. I mean, listen, like you married somebody for 20 years to that family, and you can never get along with a sister. But at least with them, we could still have a season every time. We could go into the season, have a little bit whatever they were fighting about, whatever their family drama, right? Have the stuff, and they would still come back together on holidays. And then this guy comes along, and now the whole thing it's so bad, and it's so twisted and toxic, and he just really poisoned it. Okay, that guy, I don't even want to say his name, but he poisoned it, and I'm very worried for her. So, but like, again, we don't want to watch them. We listen, when we know what's going on for camera, and they have the shit, they show us what's on filming, we know that it's bullshit. We knew, at least I knew, that lunch happened. That made the whole season irrelevant for me, watching them fight. But anyway, here I go. I can't talk about Jersey. But at least we have Miami. We have Beverly Hills right now. I'm a little afraid with Erica, because I know there's some things coming. But guys, we need to get our popcorn ready, because you know that we're going to be able to watch Tom Girardi. I hope to God everybody covers. We get to watch Tom Girardi in court. Listen, think about how
is he even gonna explain, Krista, why he's been drooling and pooping himself for the last year?
I don't know. We'll get our popcorn, because I can't wait. I think it's going to be another Depp Heard thing where, like, we're so addicted. He's going to fuck himself. First of all, the man, he's probably going to shit himself in the courtroom, because he's still playing like he's like demented or whatever. Like, the judge literally said, "You're smarter than the." Literally said, I was crazy. I can't wait.
If you remember, Erica helped to corroborate and say that he was in decline. He was not able to. Do you think she's gonna say, "Oh, he tricked me too"?
Of course, her ignorance is her only defense right now.
I would have left his ass too, and I would have probably left him at the bottom of the cliff if this is what's going to happen to me because of his. Yes, she looked the other way, and it makes me very angry. I feel like she has received stolen property, and that's in my life. That's a felony. But if you're going to throw her in her faces,
in my life too, Krista. In my life too.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. You're going to put her in our faces. It's like, listen. For some reason, Bravo keeps bringing her back, but I really believe that in this trial. Now, listen, he had holes in his shirt, black eyes. He wears his pajamas. Like, how are they really going to get? He's going to probably say everything, because listen, this trial probably going for a long time, because he's a very smart. Obviously, look how long it's taking already. He got caught how many years ago? 3. He's the whole reason. They're probably started.
3, right?
He's going to be.
This trial has been going on longer than Kenya's divorce.
He'll never go to prison because he's too old.
Yeah, well, hey, look, they put Bill Cosby in prison. Cosby in prison.
I think he's planning on unaliving him. I think he doesn't think he's going to live long enough to see prison. I don't think he is either. I think that with him going into the court and having to be the criminal and the actual perpetrator, he's not going to love it. The judge is going to he's going to screw himself, right? So apparently he can't stop talking. Like, that's why the judge said you're confident. Like, I was listening to what the judge had said in the motion. Whose thing's on? I got somebody's thing on. Okay, there you go. The judge literally named all the things that he was doing that make him competent. I was like, oh my God, he's so stupid. He's so stupid. He was arguing, and then the judge is like, wait a minute. You can rationalize that. Then you are able to stand trial. So now, is he still at that place? The place where he's living, where they have to take 24-hour care? I'm confused now. Does he still have a conservatorship, or is the judge really Because now doesn't the conservatorship get lifted? Or
Yeah, was the conservatorship only because he was drooling and pooping himself?
Apparently, he doesn't, and he has no competence. He's not competent.
So does that mean that conservatorship immediately ends?
That's what I'm worried.
I wonder.
Let's see if Dana knows. That's a good question, isn't it? Because now one judge is going to say that he's not whatever he is. What did they say? Is it dementia, whatever? So now he's apparently, he's 85. Okay. I'm 46 and I can't remember where I parked my car. I have bad memory too at 46. I know the man's old and I'm sure there is some memory issues, but listen, that's what happens when you're 85 or 89 or 99 or whatever you are. You know what I mean? She would know. Hold on. Where's Dana? I wish she would. Dana, if you're watching, will you please come here? It's like, and Erica, he's going to be able to implicate Erica, and they're going to have to actually believe him. So what happens now if they question him about Erica? Because now, if he's competent, doesn't this change everything? Like, I think this would change a lot, because I mean, a lot of things weren't charged. I think because they couldn't believe anything he said, allegedly. That, you know what I'm saying?
That's what happens. Look, I don't know. Is it a form of perjury that you said you were incompetent, know the law, are found competent, and wasted the court's time this much to try to fake us? I mean, exactly. Well, listen, he tried to commit the perfect crime. I don't think he ever thought in a million years he would face get in trouble for it, because he did it for so long. And I think he didn't bank on COVID. He didn't bank on all that, hold on. Let me call Dana real quick. Let me see if she'll. Oh, shoot. I'm not calling you. No, I'm here.
Hey, I'm on my live. We're worried about Tom Girardi and his whole competence thing. I know you have all that stuff. You can you come on my live or something? I don't know what you're doing, but all right. I'm on live right now. I'm trying to ask questions about Tom Girardi, and it doesn't make any sense, Dana. Call me back. What, shoot?
Okay. Right on. Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense. We need you, Dana.
Yes. I don't do.
Or we need Ronald Richardson. Either that or Ronald Richardson.
Ronald Richard. Okay, good idea. Let's call Ronald. Let me do it on here. We'll do it on here so you guys can see.
Awesome.
He knows everything. I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. Like, he's obviously, if a judge, that to me, like, you really have to, like, I don't know. Maybe he said if he's just competent to stand trial, that means he's smart and he's not sick, like he says he is, right? So why are you living in a home still, sir? You know what I mean? Oh my God, are you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I just don't know. I'm
going into X real quick. I'm going into Twitter, X, whatever.
Yeah.
Is this me?
These are very compelling questions to people who were brought up on Perry Mason. These are
Bravo
the
replay. You're watching this now? All right. So I have a lot of podcasters watching. They would probably know too. Like, do you guys know if now that Tom's competent to stand trial, Bravo replay, does that change everything for the fact that, like, he's not like supposedly have amnesia, whatever he has, he's dementia, whatever. Now that changes everything, I think. Doesn't it make him competent in life? Does anybody know? And like, if he can competent to stand trial, then he can go against Erica.
Yeah, then that would mean that mean that we can't even say that he's crazy if you're competent. Don't they kind of go hand in hand? So he's about to be found. Oh my gosh, this changes everything to me anyway.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to see that trial. I hope to God that we covered like we did with the Depp and Heard thing. That changed the game on like social media. Think about it. We were addicted to that. And it was like, imagine watching Tom's trial. I never thought in a million years that we'd be able to watch him stand trial. Think about how amazing that's going to be. Like, the guy literally thought he got away with this. And Erica, he can implicate Erica as far as I know. Like, and he kind of already did. But the thing is, I think they really do have to go after, like, they're going to prove in a bankruptcy court now and all this crap with her. And then they're going to prove probably in a criminal court that he's guilty. I think after that they're going to go after her. And I have a really bad feeling she's going to go away.
Who was responsible? Who foots the bill when a person like Tom Girardi is brought before the court? Yep. And is this taxpayer money trying to find out if he was incompetent while he's playing in our faces? Right. Does he owe me some money? Because it's been like 2 years, 3 years of Erica co-signing on an incompetent story of her playing in our faces. Is that my tax dollars paying for any part of that? I'm not sure, because that's not fair.
Yeah. And again, is he gonna, like, if he's found guilty, where's the money gonna come from to pay his victims? You know? Like, the thing is, his victims are never gonna get their money. It's a shame. I want him to be found guilty or whatever. I want him to go to prison, but I feel like it doesn't matter. Like, the victims are still never gonna get their money unless they go after Erica. I'm still worried about the victims.
Well, Erica, you get the money she had. They still not going to get the money if they go after Erica, because let her tell it, she's insolvent and doesn't have anything, because she spent everything on the Girardi Keys American Express card that she had access to.
Yes.
Allegedly, not allegedly. They proved it in court.
I mean, Ronald Richards. I mean,
I feel like they're going to have to like form a line to the left for all the people they owe, right? Like, where are they even going to get the money from, Krista?
The thing is, too, she also admitted that she left this man and he was unconscious for 6 hours. He rolled his car off a cliff. She knew he was unconscious at 85 years old. That could have made him a little goofy too. She says that this all happened. She never told anybody about it. He was supposedly incompetent, so she would be the responsible party married to him to tell the police or tell the ambulance or tell the doctors or something. She tried to murder this. Oh, sorry. I think she wanted him to be unalived, because I feel like him being competent is going to really screw her up bad, because he's the guilt. He can literally be here witness. They're not divorced yet. That's why they're not divorced. Remember, I kept saying, why did she divorce him? But then she never actually divorced him.
Right. It's the same thing that Ashley Darby did on Potomac, where she is just removing herself from the sphere. It's kind of like Kyle removing herself in our eyes, but they're still attached.
Yeah, but this is so they can't testify against each other. Think about it. That's why she never divorced. She thought that if Tom was found like incompetent or competent, he can actually, if they're divorced, he can be a witness against her. That's why she hasn't divorced him yet, probably. Think about it.
Exactly.
I told you. I said, first of all, we don't even know why she wanted to divorce him, because supposedly she didn't know until the next day after she filed for divorce. Okay. Great.
Wonderful. Yeah. Then she tried to act like she was in an abusive relationship with that millionaire.
Oh my God. He looks so abusive. He looks so dangerous. Doesn't he look so dangerous to you? I would fuck him up. I mean, seriously. How could you be that afraid of him? She said he stopped hugging her. That's what he stopped hugging her.
And Erica is so vile anyway with her peer group that maybe it was warranted, whatever he said to her when he was yelling at her, cussing it out.
Probably. The thing is, like, she's kind of gotten we kind of stopped talking about whether she knew it. Like, you know what I mean? Now we're kind of just watching her do whatever on the show, because they won't stop putting her in her faces. I mean, I said, Jesus Christ, she keeps coming back. But I'll take this fake Erica right now, because my stress is soaring up with, like, Salt Lake has already got my blood pressure up high. So I can just deal with Erica at the moment. But the whole thing is going to come crashing down the second he goes to trial. You know?
And I can't wait. I hope all the people that she didn't pay line up to talk about what she heard her say when they were doing her glam. I hope she gets a Jen Shaw squad together like Monica Van Teese, and they blow all the secrets out of the water that we might not know. Any footage they have, I hope they put it on a blog site. Ooh, that would be lovely, wouldn't it, if we had a repeater?
Yep. Girardi Keys. And I keep saying this too. There's no way that he did not have help. I know that literally, like, there's got to be that many corrupt people. I don't know how many corrupt people there have to be for this man to get away with it for as long as he did, and them only to find out because she filed for a separation or divorce. Like, how much longer was he going to do this? You know? It wasn't like he only got caught because she filed for divorce. They didn't understand why. They're like, he must have ran out of money. You know? Which all of it was like kind of weird. So it tipped them off. But it's like, he just wasted 2 years trying to say he's incompetent. So he's living at a home that supposedly he's competent now, right? So why is he at a home? It's so fucking weird. And his brother, who literally let him claim that, I think he should be found guilty for something.
First wife said he was doing it when she divorced.
Yep. He literally said it, or said the ex-wife said it 40 years ago or some shit. It was a long time ago. She's been saying he's been doing this for years. He thinks it's funny. And let me guess, nobody took it seriously. Like, I'm confused. Why didn't anybody go, he does what now? Maybe we should investigate that 40 years ago before he met Erica. 25 years with Erica, right? Is that how long it was? I think that's 25 years. And that's a lot of stolen money that she's probably received and spent, because who knows? I don't think they can tell the difference between what he was made, what was actually his own money, and that money, because they said that he put it all in one big thing. But my Wi-Fi, I don't know. My Wi-Fi keeps cutting out. I don't know if it's why everybody keeps dropping, but yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, guys. I feel like it's going to be a really, really good trial. I think that it's going to be a really good case, fun to watch. Sorry, I keep bumping into this because obviously my room is all messed up. I had to like rearrange everything because the house is torn apart, and they're starting to do upstairs. So I had to move my stuff. And wait, do you guys see what my wall is going to look like? What do you see the studio is going to look like? I'm so excited. Terry, or whoever you guys, I'll send you in the DMs. I'll send you the picture of the wallpaper that I'm having for the studio, which is a third bedroom. Is that turning into studio? I call it a studio, guys. You know, it's not. It's just my third bedroom. But I think this is my third year doing it. I might as well hook it up this time. So yeah. But I'm a little out of sorts because that's why I was late, because I had to move everything, and then I just didn't. I don't know. I hate, like, I'm so regimented. Like when I do this, the days I do this, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But anyway, guys. So I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, but we did an hour of Miami. I love you all. Thank you for listening. We did, you know, of course, I wanted to talk about Monica because I'm so confused why people think she's dangerous, especially after a couple of days now and us finding out, like, you know, all she did was like expose the criminal, guys. And listen, let's watch the reunion. So we have the reunion. I feel like we should do it. We should do like a watch party somehow, the reunion, right? Because I love the salty, what are they called? The Bravo Replay podcast. And then there's a bunch of Bravo podcasts I've been paying attention to. And the Salty Housewife. Dallin, I love him so much. Like, he literally, I'm going to have to put his episode up on. I'm going to share it again. But I left notes. He let me leave a note how I felt about the Monica stuff. But he's pro Monica too. That's why I'm just confused. I wish people, like, I know Emmanuel, he's like, he doesn't, we spent about probably 8 hours this week trying to decipher whether who's worse, Heather or Monica, or if either any of them, you know, and why is it so hypocrisy? Why is the hypocrisy okay? She didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, I do. Definitely be nice. Zara, thank you I love you. You're beautiful. You guys are awesome. And I love how you guys treat each other. You guys are respectful. You guys are such a great group of people. Like, I know that we all follow each other from other channels, but I love it. And I'm glad that you guys are here. I apologize for, I know I say I robbed the government. I know I owe money. Listen, I'm paying it. I can't, you know, I did my time. I'm paying it. Not like I got away without paying it. I'm going to probably do it for the rest of my life. It's a lot of money. But, yeah, don't worry. I'm paying my taxes back. It's $80,000. So still it's down to it's down to 80. But that was in 2008, guys. Look, that's why Jersey got really screwed up in 2008. And a lot of us did. We committed a lot of mortgage fraud. It wasn't the first time Teresa did it. It was the only time they got caught. But anyway, it is. And I'm trying to decipher. Listen, I want to know more. Like, there's stuff that they're not telling us, right? I definitely think we should do a watch party for the reunion. Anybody that's interested, or you're watching on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, or YouTube, I'll figure out how to do it where I don't get in trouble. If we all watch it at the same time, maybe, or like, I don't know. That's shit, because you guys are freaking afraid about the time thing. But oh, are you serious? You're gonna make me cry. Seriously. Because I really feel like I'm so low man on the totem pole. I know, and I apologize if I was snapping at you earlier. I was reading it, but I know when I say that it comes out really bad. And but that's what I mean. Like, I don't hate. I'm not trying to say that I'm like, when I talk about this stuff, right? And I hope it's because we're real, and I don't, I'm not, I don't stick to the script. I don't, if you hear me flip flop, it's because I am trying to figure out like what is happening. Like, if things change week to week, okay, we could find out stuff about Heather, right? Maybe Monica is all behind everything. We don't know. That's not flip flopping if we find out more information, At this point in time, I don't see the dangers behind Monica. I think she markets herself amazing. First of all, she's beautiful. Okay, she's got a look that people, she's got a look on her. She's beautiful. She's young. She didn't even have to try because she has a past. Her history is so juicy. We didn't have time to literally get into it because they're too busy going after her every week. Every week, one of them went after her, and she sat there and took it. The only person she fought back with was her mother and Lisa. And listen, if you're coming at me with dumb shit like that, Lisa, I probably would have called you out too. I would apologize for it. But anyway, she didn't have to market herself, but she can. They knew that she had all this. They hate Jen Shah. It's obvious. Watching Andy, the way Andy threw her under the bus this last year, and then what he said yesterday was so hysterically. There's 3 clips that I have to get, 3 sound bites. Okay. I need the sound bite of Andy saying what he said on Watch What Happens Live about Jen Shah yesterday. His mazel was clowning Jen Shah, how she literally tweeted from prison. He laughed. He said she's a joke. He said it right on Watch What Happens Live. There's also a clip of Jenny McCarthy saying about Taylor, I'd punch her in the face. I want that clip. And then there's something else I have so I can play it sometimes. And listen, I appreciate people that come up that have opposite opinions of me. I appreciate opposing opinions because I do not think I'm always right. I try to dig and I ask everybody, please explain to me why your opinion is that way. That way, everybody watching, we're not a cult. I don't want everybody to agree with me. Bravo's not a cult, and everybody has different perspectives, and that's great because I'm not going to single out my audience. Just like there's certain people that will literally be, they're all pro, it's all Team Gorga, Team Judas. It's toxic, but that's okay if that's how you want to run your channel. But your 50% of your audience isn't going to watch you because you're cutting off 50% of your audience by only being on one team. I also believe, I know I'm Team Monica, but I also believe too that a lot of 2 things can be true. You know what I mean? But I don't like hypocrisy at all. I do not like hypocrisy. If Monica's that bad, then the rest of them are just as bad with her. Heather has no right to say she's dangerous. We're not dangerous for sticking up for her. Exactly. Jennifer Shah did not pay her. That is your best friend, Heather, at the time. Your best friend did not pay the woman. So if she doesn't pay you, maybe she's got 4 kids and she's a single mom and thought she had a job. And then some lady doesn't pay her, this rich lady who's spending $80,000 on birthdays. And then she's like, I'm not going to pay you. You know what I mean? And then she tries to get her to commit fraud with 4 kids. Like, think about how a vulnerable position she could have been in, Monica. She could have made the same mistake that Stubert Chains made. Okay. And it's like, yeah, and I will change my mind. I changed my mind. I was all pro Louis. I was pro Louis and Teresa when they first got together. I have digital proof of it. Ask Aaron. But I advocated for them to stop listening to the exes, the ex-girlfriend, the ex-mother, the ex-partner, all these exes of him coming out. If this man is who he says he is, well, show us who he is. I said, if Louis still these things, he said that he's changed. He'll show us. Let's not be mad. Let's support them at first, just like everybody tried to support him. I was very supportive of him. When you show me who you are, I believe you. Okay. And he showed us who he is. In the very beginning, I believed him when he said that he was a good dude and that he's changed. And I thought, Teresa, finally, but it has brought such a dark, dark cloud. And if anybody that's from Jersey that's listening, I don't fucking care. You guys know how I feel about your franchise now. I live here. I do not want to talk about it, but I will not talk about it when it's on because it's horseshit, because I know what's going on in real life. But my whole problem is that dark cloud has taken over, and it's so deep that there's no reason. Nobody listens to me. I don't want to be another blogger trying to fight with other bloggers or podcasters about Team Gorga, Team Judice. It's clear that there is no team anything. Teresa wanted to be with Joe. Teresa cried about Joe not being on her wedding. The wedding she was having with Louis was only like a year ago. Okay, think about it. The day of her wedding, she cried because Joe wasn't at the wedding. So why is there not? It wasn't that bad. It couldn't have been that bad. Again, I don't know what the hell Teresa was mad about. What Louis does, and this is the thing, this is why he's very dangerous. He saw a very broken woman. Okay, she had just lost her father, her mother. She got out of prison. Her husband got deported. He was in prison for 5 years. She's on the very, very, very vulnerable state. Okay, she's not talking to Joe. All she has is Joe left, right? She's got all the cancer out of her life. She's single, so now she's single, right? Her husband's getting deported. He gets out of the thing. This dude sees a broken Teresa. He picks the one person that his ex-girlfriend that he is obsessed with, Vanessa, a narcissist wants you to see. He wants to continue to abuse her emotionally, and I guess he's very emotionally abusive. I don't know about physically, but The fact that he picked a reality star that's going to be in Vanessa's face, knowing that he's such a mindfuck, that person is such a narcissist and an abuser. She had to become a therapist over this dude, okay? He had a patient. You know what he's done. You know what he's done. And now he's with Teresa. This dude, she brought this random dude to our dinner table, and look what fucking happened. That's why you don't bring randoms to the dinner table, Teresa. He had a whole investigation about everything. Why do you decide that they're not cool before you're even cool? They welcomed him with open arms. The men tried to take Louis in. They tried to give him a chance. He did not. He thought that he could take all his. He's very controlling. He took all of the broken or the bent relationships that in her life that weren't broken. They were just bent because that's how Teresa is. And he broke them and he severed them for life. Okay. When he screamed at her at the day before the wedding about Joe, when she was crying, did you see her face? She was so red. You could tell she was crying all day long about Joe. This MFer, wow. The way he screamed at her, I was like, whoa, dude. There he is. There it is. And then, first of all, I knew anyway, Pizzagate. By that time, I knew that he had that other person that I was getting paid by him or whatever, allegedly. Say what you want to say. Whatever you were doing, you're working for the Lou dude. Work for Lou Dog, okay? Which is fine. A lot of us have friends with but I wasn't taking information from the people I know. We don't talk about the show. Not one time. Not once when they got on the show. Not one time. Nope. Nothing. I never asked questions. Listen, it didn't matter to me because I would talk about the show as what I was seeing on the camera. The fact that when they asked Gia in a confessional, when did all the fighting start again? You know what she said? When Louis came around. She said it so. She didn't say it to be malicious. She said she thought about it and she said it. And I hope to God that it clicked in her head that, yeah. So the fact that she was okay with it, we fast forward to just recently when Louis won a case against Vanessa, when she said that he had hired what she did, and the court proved it, he admitted it. He sent a fake patient to her job and talked to her about Louis. She got a restraining order, and the goddamn judge in the family court literally took his side. And I don't understand why. And if Teresa doesn't see that as a fucking red flag, the 400th or the 1000th red flag, that he was still worried about his ex-girlfriend. 2 months after you're married, Teresa, he sends somebody to find out what she's doing, being a patient of hers. Teresa knows it, and she believes that the judge said it. Vanessa's the crazy one, but Vanessa is the emotionally abused ex-girlfriend who he is mind fucking by him. Okay, because they make you think you're crazy, right? So I believe he was with Teresa to throw it in this girl's face. He took it, so he's like, "What can I do to really fuck with Vanessa?" Said if Vanessa does not want to be with me any longer because she broke up with him, he was engaged to her in 2020, I think it was 21. He was literally, they had a wedding date in 2021. He was getting married. And then by 2022, he's already married to somebody else. He sees Teresa. Now I'm going to get shit for this. He literally finds her and he dates the one person who's one of the biggest stars around here. It's going to be right in his ex-girlfriend's face. That's a mind fuck. Okay. And then when all the stuff comes up about his past, her name comes up and then people start calling her. So again, now she's still getting abused. She's still drugged into his web. Okay. She breaks up with him. Then literally he has the court when they went to court, the judge had everything like in writing. It was all in writing, and it was saying how she was crazy. It was basically Teresa was going to allow him to go on her podcast with and Melissa Feaster too, which I don't understand. I don't know even if he might have even still done it, and literally talk about the case, how he was not the victim, and that would just literally further mentally and emotionally abuse Vanessa by doing that. And Teresa was going to be okay with him going on her podcast and telling everybody about the court case and about how Vanessa was considered crazy. Further abuse her emotionally and physically, whenever. And Teresa, the fact that she is okay with that, it makes me sick. And I wonder if that episode ever went out. Oh, I know. When she got out of prison, listen, I was there too, okay? Not with her, but like that nobody will ever understand the way you feel the day that you leave and the day that you come home is a feeling that nobody will ever get unless you're that person. It is a out-of-body experience, and I cried too. And I felt bad. I thought her and Joe were not going to make it, and I actually looked at him as he was like the problem. Now I wish that God was with him and not Louis. I don't know what happened. I don't know why he's here. I don't know why he's here. He just rolled on in and he just took the fuck over. And now it's like they had to get separate hotels for BravoCon. It's nuts. It's nuts. And the things, okay, so all these interviews, you got to go to Dana Wilkie's. Please go to Dana Wilkie's Patreon. She has interviews with his ex-partner. The stuff that he says is so bad, guys. He did. He was trying to get, oh, I know. But listen, it was easy to get Teresa. He stalked. I know exactly where she. I know where they parked. I imagine her walking out to her car where the jetties are, where everybody's parked, and he must have seen her because all the houses face the water, and we can see, everybody walking to their car. And I'm thoroughly convinced, which I believe they confirmed it. That's how he waited till she. I used to not like Juicy Joe either, until Louis came along. Now I get what Joe was saying. Oh, sorry guys, I feel really shiny. Listen. This is nothing new, the shit that I'm telling and I'm saying about this. Like, I know better than to talk about this guy. I never, the fact that somebody, thought it was cool to have be my co-host on a podcast, take it very seriously. I took that podcast very serious, Housewives and Headlines. I don't understand why, if I was a bad co-host, I don't know why. The fact that I could not, do episodes with her anymore because she was getting cease and desist from the Wargas. I don't know how I would feel about her getting the information. Like, I didn't like the toxicity about going after the Gorgas, especially when it was lies. And I also don't agree with somebody's sister coming to you and trying to destroy their brother's life, another person on the show. To me, that gives me listen, I don't want you in my life. You could do that some shit somewhere else. Like, that's why when Teresa goes to lunch with somebody like, the Bitter Betty Club, and the Bitter Betty Club decides they're no longer going to be friends with Margaret, your friend for life, somebody that you grew up with, and because you can't get on the show, you go to lunch with these people that are their arch enemies, Teresa, Jenny Aiden, and you let loose and you let them, and you're, just because you're there, Teresa, just because you're not the one repeating the information about your brother and Melissa, it doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it okay. I don't know how she consciously hates her brother so much that she was okay with that being exposed, like them being dragged. And I'm telling you, when I say smear campaign, you guys, there's so much more to what happened than what they can even say. Like, I just know that Frank and Fuda are never, like, I just know that as long as they're around, I feel he's safe. But he will never be welcome in that circle. Okay. 22 years he's been with Melissa. How dare you have him come over and try to convince him to leave his wife of 20 years, your niece's mother, Melissa. You tell him that she's a cheater and you know for sure, Louis, and that he needs to leave his wife after 20 years, and his own fucking sister was literally telling him to leave his wife. And like Joe's like, yeah, Joe literally left. And that's why when filming came, Joe Gorga looked like he wanted nothing to do with his sister. He's like, yeah, peace. This had already happened. Now, Melissa knew about the meetup at the lunch, about what Laura Lee was doing. Now, I hate that I keep repeating myself. And, I welcome Laura Lee or anybody come up and tell me when my story is not right. But the story is right. This is how it happened. The fact that literally you were okay with Cheatergate, we'll call it Cheatergate, but we'll call it Strippergate. The first year we ever met them, we had Strippergate. We saw Teresa sit there and take the information and act like just because it wasn't her repeating it, she just knew about it, that was okay. Because it's not true. So who cares, right, Teresa? What about when we talked about Louis? And I said, no, guys, don't talk about Louis. Like, listen to her. I'm Team Teresa. She's right. Let her be happy. Let him show us who he is. And like, it was like, why is it okay for her? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, when I watched that wedding, I did not get happy vibes. I felt like by that time she was so emotionally, she was happy that when Joe, I guess, didn't show up. The reason she was so okay with it is because she was so scared of what Louis was going to do. So now you're literally, you know how when you just yes somebody because you're afraid of them? You know what I'm saying? I can't think of the right words to say this, but and she's also a very loyal Italian wife. She, yeah, I think that she recognizes it's a problem, but she will not accept it. Okay. She'll never accept that this man that she just married and allowed into her life personally, allowed her to destroy. Now, whether she was a part of destroying all the relationships, it just makes it worse when your husband is literally destroying those people with you. He's making deals with people and he's trying to steal them. This guys, Pizzagate was not Joe Jorah's fault. Like, it's so crazy. And then when you try to argue with the people, I think they're bots because they say, oh, you're ugly, you're stupid, Rachel's got a big nose. And I'm like, Rachel Fuda did not do this for a storyline. Let's be real. You're ugly, you're stupid, he's a criminal, he's a drug addict. Irrelevant. We're talking about now. Like, it's like you guys don't have the people that go for like Team Teresa. I'm only Team Teresa because I'm worried about her. I want Louis gone, but I know that she's never going to listen. And I know that her daughters have to be smart enough. One of them or two of them have to be smart enough to know the reason to get her away from him. You got to do it from the inside. You cannot come at her from the outside and tell her to leave this dude because she'll just tell you to fuck off. He's less than perfect. He's way less than perfect. He could have just shut his goddamn mouth. If this motherfucker could have just came in and been the namaste motherfucker that he claimed to be and literally never took his mask off and just shut his goddamn mouth, everything would be okay. Because everybody would be in her life. Nobody would be fighting. He created so much angst for her that now all the relationships, she feels better when they're on her life because it's so toxic and she can't take the fighting. She wanted Joe at that wedding, and Louis did not let it. And I don't blame him. He tried to tell him to leave his wife. Why would she want to come to your wedding? I'm worried for her too. It's so, I hate to keep using that word. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say what it is. It's just, it's I don't know. It's something else. And I'm not close enough to them to even have an opinion really. Like I am, but I'm not. Like I don't know really the everyday what's going on. I try not to listen to people. I try not to look at the stuff and see, but sometimes it's so hard. Like BravoCon, like it's an overused word, but he's scary. He's the one who's dangerous and scary. That word to me right now is giving me not good vibes. But he's he's wearing no-nose jammies. Why are you doing the booger woof, man? He's doing TikToks in no-nose pajamas, doing the booger woof in the Rue La La parking lot, screaming, "I'm winning, she's winning." So yeah, dude, you're a problem. He's just weird. I don't know why he couldn't just come in and I don't say be himself, be the man that he wants to be. Because Louis fights with what he wants to be, who he wants to be, and who he is. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be somebody that he's not, and he tries it. It does not work. He tried to get a leg up on everyone for some reason. The whole entire cast was welcoming him her whole life. Like he could have been the knight in shining armor, but no. He tells think about it. Dave and Dina. Why did Dave and Dina move across the country? To get away from Jersey for a specific person, because they were almost unalived by her ex-husband, there is no such thing as a mob, but allegedly he's a bad guy, and he did not go to prison. He got probation. They moved across the country because he's a very scary person. Okay, Louis took that and talked about the fake mob that he's in, and that scared them. So then Dina and Dave are no longer friends with them. That is why Dina is not here. Okay. The fact that same thing. I agree. I absolutely agree. Yes, you understand, right? Like, do you see what I mean? I don't think he's physically abusive. I do not. I think that he is more what he did to Vanessa, and the things that people say about her that don't even know. People on these blogs calling her psycho and crazy. This man was a narcissist, and he was an abusive narcissist who did a lot of grifting things. Okay, I can't really tell you about illegal shit because I don't really know the ins and outs of the illegally stuff about it. But if you go to Dana's Patreon, it explains a lot. Let me link it because all you got to do is put his name in. There's a really long interview with his ex-partner for 20 some years, guys. The man's afraid of Louis. I am almost afraid of him, actually. And I used to say he's not scary mobster guy scary. So this is what I always say. There's not a mob, but there's still the mob mentality. Okay. They still have the mob mentality that they were used to. And it's just not a real thing any longer. Okay. But the fact that Louis talks about that, it scares people. People don't want to be around him. but nobody ever knows if he's like true, like if it's true or not. Everything he says sounds like bullshit all the time, because everything he says, he takes it back. He's like, I'm in no pajamas. No, I'm not. I'm doing the boogaloo. No, I'm not. Like it's crazy. Like he's just weird. Like what do you like? And the fact that like we were accepting of him, not that I say we, but like them and us, the bloggers. I was like Team Teresa. I go Teresa. I think I even might have said her parents sent this nice. I thought her parents sent him to her. I was like, oh, they do. And that's the thing. That's why I feel so bad for Vanessa, because they think that she's just like, if you really read and look really into what happened, I know that I said this before. People can charge you with anything they want. They can lie. It just has to hold up in court. O.J. Simpson. You can accuse anybody of anything you want. You can talk shit. You can start a rumor. You can sue anybody you want and make them look really bad. You can sue anybody. It just has to hold up in court. You got to spend the money to do it. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. Right? But that sticks. That the narrative sticks out here. Okay. And the fact that this woman was so emotionally effed up by him, she became a therapist for narcissistic people, or people for narcissistic abuse. And in this case, we watched him isolate her. First, he swooped in like the great, I can't talk. I say I'm just like Teresa. The knight in shining armor. We thought, oh, he's great. He sweeps her off her feet. He love bombs the shit out of her. Before you know it, she's not lying. Why would she lie? She didn't even want to be here. The fact that they found her and made her a person, like made her a character in the story for us. Nobody had to know her real name. You know what I mean? I kind of wish that they didn't, because I feel really bad for her. She was afraid to do interviews, like, because people are like dragging the shit out of her, and it's like try to ignore it now. He did something I feel like this is the worst time of abuse he could have done, because he knows that seeing him with somebody, when you are so mind fucked by somebody like that, even seeing them with somebody else, it's going to fuck you up, because you did love this person at one time, and then you tried to excuse his behavior for so long, and then before you know it, look what happens. Like, you've lost yourself. And he did the same thing to Teresa that he did to Vanessa. And I don't know how his wife did for 20 years, but I feel the fact that he has custody of his one son, I thought that was amazing. I'm like, what a great guy. His autistic son. I think he probably, made some claims about his ex-wife that weren't true. They get custody of his son. Who takes their son away from her? I mean, his ex-wife can't be that bad. I'm sad about it, but all right, I'm leaving you guys because it's Jersey, but yeah, I don't even know. Like, is that a thing? Like, I don't know. She did an interview, which I wish she would have done it with Sherelle's channel. And it was before a lot of stuff happened. It was before she even knew he was a patient that sent patients to him. The fact that he sent a fake patient to be her patient, somebody from, what's Bo Dietl's thing, and admitted to it is beyond me. And how is Teresa okay with the fact that he did that while they were married? He sent a fake patient to Vanessa's work to be her patient, to talk about him. How is that even? He had to pay that judge off. I live here. I don't have to worry about that court any longer. So fuck you. Who the fuck paid him off? Somebody had to pay that judge off, because it doesn't make any sense that she lost that case. Somebody admitted it. What do you call that then? How is she the crazy one when he sent a fake girl? He hired somebody at Bill Bo Dietl's office to go be a patient to find out if Vanessa still loved him. And then somehow the judge agreed with him. Didn't give him the restraining order, and he was going to go on a podcast, which he might have actually done it, and re-abuse it. Basically, just tell everything about, basically abuse her all over again. You had no idea. Oh my God, yeah. I can't believe that Melissa Feaster would be okay with that. Like, people don't think that he's a good guy. Like, the fact that they think that they won that and that it made them look any different than what it really is, that just made him look 10 times worse. The fact that the judge sided with him, and he said, yeah, I sent somebody to find out if she talks about me. Is that a crime? Talking about somebody's a crime? I didn't know that. Did you know that talking about somebody that abused you when you're a therapist is a crime in the state of New Jersey? The fuck if I... Come on, man. It is so crazy. I'm telling you, I didn't think they were corrupt around here. I really didn't. It's family court, though. I have nothing to do with family court. I don't know family court. You didn't know? Oh, my God. Oh my God. Oh yeah. The fact, oh my God, yeah. You guys really, Mamir, you're in Dana Wilkie's Patreon, right? If you are, go in there and look at the episode with his ex-partner and what he's done to women. and there's, I gotta say alleged because it's past. But guess what? The charges are there. They just never stick. But I used to say, don't. I said, listen, we're not going to listen to charges. We're not going to listen to accusations. We're not going to do that because he'll show us who he is. The cameras are on this man. He's got the stage. He can show us he's changed. Did he do it? No. What did he do? He proved everybody right. He proved everybody right. Unfortunately. And everybody's going to laugh and say, oh, why are you talking about that again? And it doesn't matter. You don't really know her that well. Well enough, babes. Well enough. And to be somebody that's been talking about the show from the very beginning, and I get to live here and I get to hear all the sides. I get to hear everything because just because I don't talk to my ex best friend, the rest of them are still around. So I don't. And then I know it took 5 or 6 years for them to stop calling me and telling me everything. Guess what happened? They're like, hello, guess what happened? I'm like, why are you? Those people are dead to me, and when they're dead to me, I'm a Sagittarius. I don't look back. So I make they've hurt me so bad. I don't want you to call and tell me what they've done to everybody else. I told you that was going to happen. So yeah, I would get it from it's very, very, very toxic for me. Because I have my own issues with the people around here and the court system and the way, and I see the same thing in that friend group. And I'm not bitter Betty. I just feel like it's not a good thing for me to talk Jersey. I get because I'm not in other cities, so I don't I can't really debunk all the stuff we're seeing on other franchises, but I can debunk it on Jersey. But it's very flawed, and I really don't understand in the unit. Let's look at this from the universal soul contract way. What in the world is this lesson for her? Don't you think that Joe was a life lesson she learned, right? And then guess what? Maybe she didn't because it's like the universe sent her somebody worse. It's like you didn't learn the first time. Here's another one. I don't know how long it will take. I don't know where he's doing for money. Apparently she has to work because he can't retire her like he said he would. Remember, he was screaming, I'm going to retire her. You don't have to do this, honey. I'm going to retire her. It's like, then you became her manager. How's that going to work? You to make money to retire her, that means she has to work. So she has to work for you to make money, but you're going to retire her. I'm so confused. Yeah, right? Bodito. What's his name? Bodito. Yes, I remember. I didn't know that. I asked a lot. So my neighbors are from New York. Like, I'm close enough that my neighbors live where he's at. They're like, he's a joke guy. They're like, isn't that the old guy? And they said like Law and Order, and I showed them. They're like, oh my God. They laughed. But the thing is, he's a real investigator. He really did do the things that people say he did. He had the patient go to Vanessa's office, but that's what his job is. I just can't believe that Teresa and Louie would go that far. Why are you trying to dig up the information on the cast? That to me is stupid. It was a waste of money and time. Teresa goes, I would never waste my time and my money doing that. Well, you did. You end up, yes, yeah, you did. Or he did. And guess what? It wasn't anything that nobody already knew. My shit's out there. As far as I know. The other chick was, the other person, they doxed her. But I'm not hiding. I didn't hide from anything, Everything that was put out about all these people came from Louie. Harassing a 16-year-old kid. Do you really think that that dude will ever sit at a table with you, eat at a table with you? You harassed his 16-year-old son. You know what I'm saying? He had somebody harass a 16-year-old kid that just got his license. Shoot his son. Why? It's sick. You really want to make issues and waves, Louie? You did it. Because I saw the way that Fuda looked at and the way Frank looked at Louie at that reunion, and I'm telling you right now, I was like, you know what? They got this. And then you make it where nobody wants to film with you. Why you have to? Your best bet, Louie, was to kiss everybody's ass and be, if you could have been a part of the House Husbands, they actually get paid now. And this is what makes with people like Tanisha. Like people that are friends of these of our reality stars and our brothers, you have a better chance of being known by being their best friend. Like, look at Marge's assistant. We know who she is. When she was at the shows, we're like, what's her name? I forget her name, but like she's been on the show ever since because she's Marge's assistant. Now she lives in Marge's house. So you really should have just stayed friends with like Monica or Marge instead of saying they have an arsenal, because that's what their job is, to have arsenal in people. not new news, but to go back and like fuck over your best friend, to think that you're gonna get some clout, to go against them and like tell her, it's like, to me, it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like, Laura Lee, don't you know what Teresa's doing? She's not going to be your friend after that. She looks at you, just because you did her dirty work, she still looks at you like a minion and a snitch. She laughed at you. She's like, oh, great, I don't have to do the dirty work. She's not going to be your friend. Look what you did. We're not stupid. She used you. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these people that are like thinking they're going to go, oh, I'm going to go and be Heather's friend and tell everything about Monica. Monica and Heather, they're going to make up. They're still going to be on the show together. And guess what's going to happen? Tanisha's going to be out the door. Think about it, guys. Monica's not going anywhere. I promise you that. Somehow, some way, they're going to have to, something's going to happen. They're going to make up. And guess who's going to be out the fucking door? Tanisha. This shit's going to blow over. That's why, like with Rachel Raquel and Sandoval, you didn't have to leave the show, hon. It would have blown over, babe. You didn't have to do a podcast. We already know. We don't care. It's like, why didn't you just stay relevant by being present? You didn't really go for mental health. You might have, but you didn't work. You were waiting for more money. And the reunion too. That's the thing. But that's what's going to make me at the Jersey reunion. We could not, for some reason, they didn't let Fuda do all his, like, reveal everything that Louis was doing, because Louis had a goddamn fuck. Remember, they stopped the show because he had his security there. Dude, let me tell you something. One day I was looking on the boardwalk. This dude was walking with security. I don't know if I called it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. You have threatened every single one of us and them, and now you have security around the town. Nobody's going to touch you in person. Nobody's that stupid. If nobody, you really think that like somebody's going to hurt him in public, this is not that, hon. This is not that, Lou. Nobody's going to beat you up in public. You're the only idiot that does that. If they're going to take you out, they're going to take you out, and your bodyguard's not going to be able to do anything. That's what I mean. This guy is so dumb. He makes himself a problem and a joke and a weirdo. And I felt bad because I really liked him in the very beginning. I thought, hey, guys, whatever. Teresa found somebody new. If a happy Teresa is a happy Jersey, it has a happy cast. A happy Teresa is a happy cast. You know what I mean? And an unhappy Teresa makes us very unhappy people. Makes the cast very happy, makes the bloggers very unhappy. So Louis just came and made us an unhappy Teresa. And she swears she's in a love bubble, but she's not, because she fights with everyone. And I feel very, 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 very about it. I feel very ick still. And that's why I'm not going to cover it. So we'll do like Southern Hospitality or something. Oh, wait. So that's on tonight. So guys, all right, I'm going to go. It's been 2.5 hours. I love you all. Listen, watch Southern Hospitality for me. I'm going to do both Southern Charm and Southern Hospitality either tomorrow or I don't know when the reunion. When's the reunion for Salt Lake? It can't be this week, is it? Is it really this week? Oh my God. Let's find a way to do a watch party, okay? I know there's a way we can do it without getting in trouble. Maybe we can do it on Instagram. If it's this Wednesday, we're doing a watch party. Or a live directly after it or something. Candor, we're going to have to watch it together. I love you guys too. Thanks for listening to my rant. Sorry it was about Louie again. I love you too. Thank you guys. Happy anniversary to us, guys. This is the second year. So this week is the second. 2 years this week, we'll say. I can't remember my first ones, like either January 1st or 2nd. But then I have about 200 videos with Adam on Adam's channel. And I keep them up there because as much as I'm mad and upset with him, I will never, ever forget what he did for me. He gave me a platform for 1.5 years and he got me. I was able to, build you guys. It's not a lot, but like at least I know with my numbers on the other side, I'll never, ever not give Adam credit for putting up with me for 1.5 years and including me every day, almost every week. And for being my friend. But again, I don't know why I didn't make the decision for us not to be friends. So, and I'm very hurt by it. And I don't listen to his things because it hurts me to hear his voice. So thank you for that. I don't know how I keep going sometimes. I don't know. I know that when I wake up every day and I still want to do this, it makes me happy. It gives me joy. And on days that I'm not doing this, I have no direction at all. And it makes me crazy because I'm not outside. It's not summertime. I'm still kind of working on my yard, but I took all my decorations down. So my yard's not like, I can't do anything right now. It's like stagnant. And I'm like, I'm not trying to rush time, but I wish that the 70 degrees would just say, I don't want my plants to go away. Like my outside is I live, the water's 4 blocks from here, 5 blocks maybe that way. But I have you guys have a very blessed day. Thank you guys for being so kind to each other. I'm glad that we don't fight about, the disagreements. We do. Some of us completely disagree on Bravo. And that's what I love. Like I keep saying this, okay? We're not a cult. And I need different perspectives. And if you didn't listen to us and you just saw us talking, you would never know we were not disagreeing, because we don't argue. We smile, we're laughing. I will secretly, when me and Manny were like disagreeing about Monica a lot, I'm in a private chat telling him I love him. I'm yelling, we're yelling, we're like going back and forth, and I'm like, I love you. And like, see what I mean? Like, we know that this is what we're supposed to do. We have discussions. That's what people do. It's adult discussions. We're not arguing. We're not being toxic. We're just giving different perspectives, because not you guys are going to agree. Not all you guys agree with me. So to have somebody else's opinion up here, it makes everybody gets you know what I'm saying. I'm not cutting off half of my audience by just saying you have to agree with me, and I only have people on my panel that are Team Monica. I was like, please, somebody come up here and tell me differently, because I don't want to say here and be like, oh, I'm right. I want to hear other people say, why do they think this? Why do they think that? Why are we wrong? Right? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. I mean, I realized how we spent 8 hours last week on this Monica thing, 2 days in a row. And then there was other lives was like hours and hours of it. Okay. And at this point, I think the reunion is our best bet, because it does seem like she is flying high after that. Like, she's very, wait till you see. So, to me, I'm just watching another girl bury herself. I don't like the fact that Heather is a hypocrite. And I know, why don't you come up sometime, Sarah? I'm so glad that Candra's back too. And I don't know, like, it's weird sometimes with your names, because I don't know your real name sometimes. I don't know if that's even Kendra. She had a couple different ones. But I appreciate you guys. I love you. I feel like it's Friday, but it's Monday. I might have a different setup on Wednesday if they get this. What do you guys think my wallpaper? You guys are going to love it. It's going to look cute. I have a neon sign. It's going to be completely different. This whole thing is getting knocked down. So the walls are getting like knocked. We're starting from, everything got done, taking down the studs. So I'm literally in the middle of a construction zone. If I turn this way, you would see all the construction going on. I was like, oh my God. I totally forgot about getting my setup ready. Like, I think I did pretty good though. I changed the wall I'm usually out over there, but all right, I know you guys got to go. I love you. My mouth is horrible. No, oh my God, no, I'm worse. I'm bad. I don't know how to stop saying fuck. And it's always when it comes up with Jersey, I say fuck a lot. I can't, it just doesn't, I'm excited for me too. Is that what you? It's very stressful, but it's my house. Okay, my husband grew up in this house. He's lived there his entire life. My husband is Groundhog Day. Okay, but he's amazing. He's the opposite of me. He does the same thing every day that he's done for the last probably 27 years. He's been in his job. Had the same girlfriend for 18 years. Then he broke up with her, met me. He lives in the same house for 40 years. Moved up a couple times. Bought this from his dad. Now we own it outright. But it's time to upgrade it, right? We've been married for 10 years. We've been literally just painting, doing things. We've never fixed it up. It's got the same decor as it did when his mom was here, which was probably about 26 years ago, which again is due for an upgrade. Okay. That's it. I love my house. I don't want to move. This is my home. This is my peace. And it deserves it. Like, for me and him to have that, like, we just, unfortunately his parents aren't here, but that's what I want to make this house, to put all the love into it, because this is the house his mom put so much love into it, before things went bad, So I feel like I channel her energy all the time. She died on my birthday, unfortunately. Yeah, but her and my father-in-law passed away about 1.5 years ago. It's been hard, but like, they're here, and I channel, like, you guys don't sit there. If you guys know me by now, if you've been watching for a while, I'm extremely spiritual, and I see and talk to dead people. They're not really dead, so I hate saying that. But anyway, like, yes, isn't it crazy? Don't you feel? And it's, yeah. Oh my God, Mamir, are you kidding me? We didn't even know that part about each other, did we? Now I'm freaked. Now I love you so. I'm freaked out right now. You guys don't understand. Our lives are like, it's weird. Good for you. Oh my God. I thought you were younger than me. I thought you were like younger than me. I've never looked at your thing. Mimir, our lives mirror each other. It's so crazy. It's crazy. Oh my God. You're probably my twin flame. That's crazy to me. Wow. And I feel so at home here. It's the only other home I've had, because I never like really left my parents really. Like, I just kind of, in the mortgage business, we're spoiled, a bunch of spoiled 20-year-olds thinking that we were going to make all this money forever, and living at home. I'm never getting married. I was doing a lot of bad things, and it was criminal. And then I met my husband, and I was fine. I was so done. I did not have another run in me. I was clean for 6 months. I was like 36. I thought nobody would ever marry me. I'm like the best I can hope for as a boyfriend, maybe. I never thought I'd be able to really live on my own because all my money was gone. I didn't know how to work. But when I met my husband, like, yeah, he's great. Same job, same house, same, gets up every day at the same time. I get up at 3:45 with him. We have the same routine every day, except for my life is so all over. My life's been so all over the place. I've had a wild 26 years. I know, you're right. I know. Yes. Listen, my best friend Marines, all my friends know I have a 2-hour window when I leave my house. First of all, my cats are here. Okay. And I don't like leaving them alone. Okay. I'm always afraid something bad's going to happen. And I don't even like to say that, but listen, if you look at my plants, you know that I connect with my animals outside. I feed all the wild animals around here. They eat out of my hand. I'm effing Snow White. I swear, I'm Snow White. If I wasn't Snow White in a past life, I'd be very surprised. I don't know. The fact that you guys don't run when I say that shit, but like, listen, the only reason I don't do a spiritual channel is because there's so many of them. And like Femme Tarot is amazing. You know, like she can connect as much as I can. It's not something I do all the time. And it's like, it's just something for me anyway. It helps me in my life. Like I'm not even used to like what I do anymore. I just know now that life never made sense, but like, you know, I died in 2012. I died on 12/22/12. It was my last overdose and I was gone. And I came back. And since then, things are just like my life completely. And I know that I had to do the work, but it's the trajectory of it. I thought I was going to, I had nothing left. Like, I mean, like there was nothing left to me. I was a drug addict, a felon. I was in prison. I was a sickly person who owed the government money, was getting in trouble. It was crazy. I threw my life down there and I did a lot of drugs. But something happened after that, like after 2011. It took me a little while to get over this. But when I met my husband in 2013, 14, it's like, oh, wow, he loved me. And I couldn't understand why. But he made me want to change. Like, I knew I had to change, but I didn't know if I had it in me. And I thought, like, I never thought I would get married or have a husband as amazing as him. And the dude, like, I'm a crazy nutcase. And I'm like, babe, I love you. He's like, I will apologize to him for my crazy. And he tells me, don't worry about it. I love you. Don't worry about it. He tells me not to apologize. I swear. Like, he's amazing. You guys, I wish you would come on camera. Babe, are you here? Babe. I wish you would come in and say hi. I post pictures of them, though. Yeah, my sanctuary, when I tell you I made it where I didn't have to leave, my tanning bed's here. My pot's here. My food's here. My cats are here. My husband is here when he's at work. Everything I need was here. I would have to, you know, my pot, my podcast, you know, I do everything from here. I fought with myself in the summer. I did not want to be here talking to y'all. I wanted to be outside. I was trying to podcast from outside for years, 2 years, 3 year summers now. Last summer was the first time I was able to do it, but you still couldn't get the essence of like my yard. It looks like a tropical paradise. I'm telling you, I'm Snow White. I don't know how my shit grew like it did, but I always say I'm going to post pictures on the community page, but I should do it. Same thing. I can't believe I just turned 46. They had me convinced I was 47. I didn't know how old I was. I thought I was 47 last year. I just turned 46. And this is the first, so in this last probably year and a half, I've had a lot of work done to my face, and $10,000. It's a lot of money, but that, and I hope that I don't, like, it should be enough at this point. Like, I can't spend any more than that. I feel like I don't look 46 now, but the drugs were starting to age me. If I look at my old videos, like, I had to, like, I don't know. And also watching, like, I don't know, it's hard to watch like Kyle and stuff. Like, I understand. Like, I'm always convinced. I compare myself to everyone. Like, and I never did that until I started doing this. But yeah. Oh my God. I know. Don't you feel like at one point, like either I should have never woken up or like something like that so tragically happens, right? And it's despair, and you don't even. It's hard to explain it. It's like out of body, isn't it? And you don't even know, you can't even see like the light in front of yourself. And the only thing I used to I had a really, I was very anxious. who knows how I survived doing what I was doing for 25 years. You wouldn't even catch me throwing, littering at this point. I'm so, like, when they say, like, what do they call it? Scared straight. Like, I never thought in a million years that I would have to go to prison or jail. And I'm telling you, when you get to a certain point, it's like so, I don't know, things happen. Like, my mom got sick a couple of times with cancer. Like, my husband, he is my peace of mind. And I never knew what peace of mind was, actually. I never could go to sleep at night and have complete peace of mind when I woke up and go to sleep. And now that is what I cannot. That's the first thing I do. If there's no peace, if I don't have peace of mind, I fix whatever is going on. Like, I've had to, like, get people out of my life. I've had to literally cut a lot of people out of my life because my peace of mind is worth more than that. Like, I can't even, it's been hard enough for me to not have anxiety, but to pick up everybody else's energy too. I would leave my house. I'm like a freaking fairy around my house, dancing, singing, talking to myself. The second I'm out in public and I got people's energy all over me, 2 hours, and I'm so miserable and I want to go home. Remember Terry BravoCon, when I literally remember what happened at BravoCon? Perfect example. BravoCon in New York. We were in New York. I was all excited. I was like, yes, I'm going. I went with a group of people that I had, somebody that I should not have went with, but I made up with her for the night, and I went there and I was excited, and like we're sitting in the, we're all together, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm talking to all my friends. We're at Frank's show, and all of a sudden somebody said something, and I was already getting sick of the fakeness, and I was like, here I go, and I lost my shit at Frank's show, walked out, ended up hitting my head and getting a fucking concussion. I'm like, I'm going to Ryan Bailey's. I said I was going to Ryan Bailey's something, whatever they call it, happy hour. Left one of the places, left Caroline's, walked by myself after I hit my head on the door of the hotel. Then I was on the phone with like a couple of you guys, and I wasn't making sense. I had a concussion, but that's just like, I go there and I'm around certain people and I pick up their energy and I get mad. I get all mad all over again, and then I blame that on myself. But that was the perfect example of me getting excited, going out, and then getting there, and just things just don't. It's like, I don't know, the bad toxicity sticks to me, and I don't think they mean it. But I tried to fake it, and I couldn't. I know. I'm so glad that you guys are so good to each other, and me too. I know. Same thing. I have a very strained relationship, and I don't say that a lot, but I'm just grateful that I have one younger sister, got two. My dad was sober enough for my sister. That's something that I always thought about, I'm just grateful that my parent, listen, like I said this before, I looked at my family that I couldn't believe. I looked how great, I looked around at Christmas, and it's like my uncle, and we're all clean. None of us are in prison anymore. Like my dad and my uncle, my dad was an alcoholic. My uncles everybody was in prison. We all did very bad things for 20 years. And then everybody got out, and it's like, I look at my family now and everybody has changed. My uncle and my aunt, they were together since they were 17. They got divorced when they were 25. And then I think, I don't know how many years now, 30 years later, they're back together. My aunt and uncle, they're back together. And it's like my family from when I was little is back together. It's like we went through 25 years of addiction. Basically, we'll call it addiction and criminal behavior, gambling. And like my uncle went to prison, I went away. Me and my dad kind of got sober at the same time. He stopped enabling me, my biological dad, and I told him to go he said, go get help. I said, you go get help. He said, okay. And I said, oh, we went the same day. We got sober together. And I'm not going to say I stayed, but I've never stuck a needle in my arm. I haven't done cocaine. There's no major drug use going on. I smoke pot. And you still see that I'm still kind of anxious all over the place. But I promise you, who is ever listening and watching, this is who I really am. Like, I don't hide anything. People that say shit about me, it's like, they already know. Like sometimes I'll be here and I'll get messages, like you saw the messages from that person. I'll get private messages and people fucking with me. And it's like, tell them about, I wonder if they knew about that. I wonder if your little podcast people know about this. I'm like, they fucking know. Like, shut the fuck up. That's why with Monica, that's another thing with Heather. Monica put her shit out there because you guys would have fucking dug it up. Look what you did to Angie. You made sure that everybody had shit on them, okay? So do you not think that Monica wasn't going to come correct with her fucking life and be like, this is me, I'm an open book? Heather acted like she didn't know her. Heather knew everything about Monica. She knew the story about her ex-husband. The fact that Heather sat there on episode 1 or 2 and was like, so Monica, are you married? What? Heather, The fact that she had that conversation now blows my mind. She knew everything about Heather. She knew exactly who Monica was when she came on the show. No doubt. She literally was Tanisha's, was her hairdresser. Come on. Heather fucking was still, Tanisha's doing Heather's hair. And as of the day of the Easter brunch, Tanisha and Monica are still friends, right? Secretly, she's recording her. What an asshole you are. But I mean, think about it. Heather didn't know who Monica was before. Come on, before the show. Get out of here. Listen, I should show you the picture of my bridesmaid. Okay, my wedding picture. All 5 of my bridesmaids have X's over their heads. It's kind of, I had to. And it's not nice. It's not, listen, that is not pleasant. You think I wanted 7 or 5 of my closest, bestest friends out of my life? See, they all did something different. Like, it was all, thank you. Did you? I know I should probably get off of here now. I'm like, I shouldn't be talking about this stuff right now, but I've said something I haven't ever said before. Did you request me? I don't think you did. Oh, there you are. Woohoo! Hi. All right. Am I still live on Instagram? I don't know. I don't think anybody's watching me, but anyway. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Burn book. I want to know about that burn book. All right, guys. So hopefully I will see you on, I would say, hopefully I will be. Wait, what, guys? Wait, I'm sorry. When is Salt Lake's reunion? Do we know if it's this week? Let me look. I'm asking you. I should just look real quick. Huh? I know you do. Just give me a second, guys. I am going to see when I just want to see when the Salt Lake reunion is. But this week, let's find a way to do it as a watch party. And I want somebody to dare come on and tell me that I'm a dangerous blogger for being pro Monica. Okay. Episode guide. I would show you guys what that is. All right, reunion 1 is, oh my God. So the reunion is this week. Well, let's figure out how we're going to watch this thing. Okay. I don't think we could all do it. Or we could, all right, listen, maybe not watch it in real time, but maybe we can do like a live reaction thing to it or something. I don't know. I really want to watch it with all of you guys. I want to watch it with all of you guys. I can wait. Listen, I can wait till it's I don't know, like, shit. I have to wait till the next day, don't I? If I have Peacock, can I watch it or not? How can I watch it? I got rid of my cable. I'm not used to watching it till the next day. I'll find a way. All right, so maybe, all right, guys, if we could find a way to watch it, like on one of the streaming things, I'll give everybody my login. All right, let's find a way to watch it. No. It's not tomorrow night already, is it? It is tomorrow night. It is tomorrow night. Guys. Damn, how much later? I'll wait for you guys. I'll wait till it's all. I'm gonna wait till it's all where everybody, where it's reached the West Coast or whatever. That's right. I don't know if it's 2 hours or 3 hours, but I will wait till it's on for you guys, and let's find a way to do a watch party, guys, please, and without getting in trouble. All right, guys, let's. All right, let me go. Let's figure out how to do that. Most of you know how to get me through with the DM and we're in Instagram. My link to Instagram is in my thing. Yes, I did. Yes, and Manny, I am so disturbed. I am disturbed by Sonia being so naked all the time. I'm very disturbed by that. I thought that I loved the last episode of them dancing. That was amazing. That party was cool. I wish I was at that party. But I'm very disturbed about Sonia being naked all the time in restaurants, in front of the camera crew, in front of us. Her tits are hanging out. Her ass is hanging out at a restaurant. It's not cute. And why is Bravo not blocking out her asshole? Why do we have to see Sonia? To me, she's not well. Like, put on the community wall with. Yeah, like how can we do it? How can we do a watch party? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. All right. Yeah. All right. I'm going to find a way. So you guys, we can do it on Wednesday. Because it'll be up on Wednesday, right? Well, I'll get it on Peacock, I think, Wednesday. I was not going to do it But when you don't have cable, sometimes, you know, you're watching something and you're in Peacock, all of a sudden the next thing comes on. And it just happened to be Paris in Love one time, and I got addicted to that. And I thought I would never watch Paris in Love. I watched all of Paris in Love, and then I also watched all the Kardashians, which, again, I said I would never, ever do. I swore in my holy hell life that I would never watch a Hulu version of Kardashians, and now I'm addicted to that again. And I'm also addicted to Paris in Love. And I'm going to say Roni minus... Yeah, listen, I can be naked. I'll be naked, but I'm not on camera, okay? That's my problem. All the time. 80% is right. Basically, and then the way she treated listen, I don't know what's up with her. She swears she does a detox after I don't think that the alcohol has anything to her being naked. Something's up with her and like attention, and it's not well. Like something's not well with her. And I don't know why she thinks we want to see her P or her V. Everything. She spread her legs, and I mean, what are you doing? I feel like something's wrong. I don't know if it's because of the rejection of Roni. I don't understand, guys. All right, I'm getting really high and I'm getting really stupid. Yeah, I gotta go. All right, I love you so much. Okay. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I'll come on here live tomorrow and we'll talk about this because yeah. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. Maybe she's part of the alum. Hashtag alum. JP Morgan sure is. And JP Morgan's on that list, isn't it? Hashtag alum. All right. I'm scared, Lord LC. Okay, I gotta go. You keep saying that. That's the thing. I feel bad the fact. Look, I wish that she would just be not so unwell. Maybe I don't understand. You can be naked, but you don't have to be naked at a restaurant. You don't have to show people your ass and think it's funny at a restaurant when there's other people sitting around eating. That's bothersome. Swim naked all you want. Why is the camera looking at it? That's another problem for me. Why would the camera show that? Why would the camera look down and watch her naked and then show us? Like, you probably have a lot of her naked, but why are you showing us that? It's a problem for me. Who the fuck am I, right? Just a fucking low class little low man on the totem pole, like don't get paid for my shit blogger, ex-blogger. All right. See you guys tomorrow night or Wednesday. I don't know. We got to figure this out. Let's get a group chat going on Instagram. I want to do a watch party, guys. I know we won't be able to watch it in real time, but half of us don't even have cable anymore anyway. We're smart. Half of us don't get it until the next day, but that's fine. Yes, it was very disturbing. Yeah, why are you doing that? Like the skinny dipping, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Look, you had a private villa, but you're not private because you're on a reality TV show. So nothing you do is private. So why do you take that time to be naked? You can go home and be naked all you want. The restaurant thing, the fact that she purposely let that happen. And I don't know why it's okay. And maybe why people aren't saying anything to her. Why are you always fucking naked? Remember she was flashing Luann's boyfriend the last time they were on? All right, okay. All right, gotta go. I'm getting yelled at. Okay, I love you. I will let everybody know. I'm gonna try to figure it out. All right, guys. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's a problem, but I will be back tomorrow or Wednesday. Maybe I'll do that all tomorrow until we can figure out the Salt Lake thing. We can do talk about this stuff. All right, guys, I gotta go. I love you. I don't know how to end the stream.